Oh my.
Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of We Outside. I'm your host, Mikey Crump.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, brother. Pardon my voice. I'm still under the weather, but I'm still here to give y'all what y'all need.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We outside with it, man.
Yes, sir.
February, the start of Black History Month. We outside
Facts.
with it, man. Why they give us the shortest month though?
Cause they always trying to shit on us. I ain't gonna lie. They always
That's
been shitting on us since day one. Like I said, black people, we did everything. Like our culture, that's what everybody gravitates towards. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like everybody wants to be like us. So it's like I feel like people from other races, feel me, hated that, feel me. So that's why, we get the shortest end of the stick pause, you know. But like I said, we always persevere. Like I said, at like anybody that you look in our history, we really persevere through any situation. So that's the one thing that I could always see through anybody. You talk about Rosa Parks, MLK, Malcolm X, Jordan, feel me, you know, the perseverance through any obstacles that they put in their way. So that's something that I, look at as motivation and something that you could look at just in your daily life.
Jackie Robinson, to
Yes,
name
sir.
a few. Shout out to Nat Sweetwater Clifton, the first black person to sign a contract in the NBA.
Yes,
You
sir.
Got Earl Lloyd, first black person to play in the NBA. So it's like, yeah. So it's
Right.
like, everybody always say, why do you make everything about race? I'm like, society made it about race.
Yeah.
You guys, people, they banned people of color from certain sports. They segregated certain cities in certain states
Yeah.
with black and white. So it's
Yeah.
like
They
y'all
made it so
started this.
obvious. They made it
They
so
started it.
obvious.
They
Yeah,
started it.
yeah, that's a fact. They made it so obvious. Like there was a time when like they didn't want black quarterbacks. There was a time when we did not want them. And they felt that black quarterbacks weren't able to process information quickly. Or they felt like all they could do is just run, they can't throw. And then as we've seen, like as our black quarterbacks, you could start with Warren Moon, you could start with McNair, Donovan McNabb, Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick, you see the evolution, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, you see how they evolved over time and proved that they could process information, throw the ball, but also can run as well. So they dual threat. And you could also win that way as well, a la Jalen Hurts.
A la Patrick Mahomes.
That too as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yes,
So it's
sir.
yeah, so yep, this is our month, man. This is our month. We're gonna celebrate to the fullest.
For sure.
So like let's celebrate Black History. So let's do our
Always.
Mount Rushmore. Let's do our Mount Rushmore of black, influencers, black entertainers, black athletes. So let's start off with this. Let's start off with like black movie characters. The Mount
Hmm.
Rushmore of black movie characters. So I'll go first.
Yeah,
So
go
I
ahead.
got so I got Old Dog from Menace to Society as my first black Mount Rushmore
Uh,
character because I'm not gonna lie to you, he's the first YN if you really think about it. He's the first YN. He influenced the whole
low
generation. I
key.
don't know if it's for the good, but he influenced the whole generation. Before him,
Hmm.
like young dudes wasn't doing what old dog was doing.
Yeah,
Like
that's
every,
true. That's true. You're right about that.
yeah, old dog was different. He was the first of his kind. Like you could say Bishop from Juice, because I know Juice came out before Menace to Society. You could say
Yeah.
Bishop from Juice, but Bishop wasn't old dog. Old dog was different. Old dog was on
Nah,
timing.
yeah. Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
He
old
was on timing.
old dog literally killed two people because he said, I feel sorry for your mother. He jumped over a cash register and committed a double murder. And then he killed a crackhead for when the crackhead offered him oral sex.
Hmm.
So he was just on timing. He was
Nah,
just
that's a
on
fact.
timing.
Nah, that's a
And
fact.
then and then he dubbed the tape and showed the whole entire hood. Think about it. That's like the equivalent of like the young dudes now going on live or saying what they doing in music lyrics.
Nah, that's a fact.
So old dog low key,
He
well,
is.
old dog low key, you gotta put him up
Nah,
there.
that's a good one. That's a good one for sure. For sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that.
Oh, should
Next,
I?
I'm gonna go with Alonzo, Denzel Washington from
Oh
Training
my
Day.
God. Yo, why did I fucking pick the one I picked? God damn it.
I don't gotta pick that one. You can keep that one.
Hmm.
I'll pick
Nah, you already
Reek.
got him.
Okay, that's self-explanatory. That's
Yeah.
self-explanatory. Like everything he did in that movie was believable. Like I really
Yeah.
thought he was a crooked cop. He literally
Exactly.
transformed. He literally transformed himself to the point where I didn't even see Denzel Washington. I saw even though I think he was probably in like his 50s when that movie came out because he's 70
Hmm.
now. So he's like in
Yeah.
his late 40s, early 50s. I saw a 30-something-year-old cop.
Facts.
You know,
Hell yeah.
he made himself younger, like he
Word.
just transformed himself. A dude from Mount Vernon was like a dude from the West Coast. Like he just transformed himself. And then that ending scene when he said, "I'm putting cases on all you
Oh, you
bitches. You
bitches.
gonna be playing basketball at Pelican Bay."
Facts.
So like he was just
That's iconic.
he's so iconic. Like that's probably Training Day is probably like the best movie ever.
Hell
Or
yeah.
one of them. Like that movie was
I
so
could
good.
watch that any day.
Yes, that movie was so good. Denzel Washington was so good. He finally won an Oscar. Well, he won an Oscar for glory, but he
Yeah.
won an Oscar for that. Like that performance was so amazing. So I have to put him up there. And then next,
Hmm.
I got Rico from Paid in Full. I got Rico from Paid in
Okay.
Full. Like Rico from Paid in Full. He was Cameron played that role so good that he got shot when he went to DC because of that movie.
Nah, that's a fact.
Just think about that.
Yeah, they didn't save him.
The dude played a role so good, he went to DC and got shot because of
That's
that.
true.
So that's amazing. That's great. That's great thespianism. That's great acting. The
Hell
fact
yeah.
that people from DC actually believe that you was Rico in real life, and then also, you know, yeah, the friction between DC and New York because of that movie. Like
Facts.
you talk to people from DC, they still hate us. Well, a lot of them do, not all of them, but a lot of them do because of the movie. And it's
Pretty
because of
much, yeah.
Cameron.
If you
Because of
can.
Cameron. Yeah,
If you can.
so I got three. My final one, my final black movie character. This one was hard. It was real hard to do because I was like watching like a bunch of like movies and thinking about a bunch of characters and like thinking like who to pick. Um, but I'm gonna say, dang, I'm gonna just say Sidney Poitier. I'm gonna have Sidney Poitier just in general because he's the first
Yeah.
one. He's the first one. He's the first black star.
Yeah.
You know, he started it, and then everyone else followed after him. So I'm gonna just put Sidney Poitier up there. Yeah, so I'll just say Sidney Poitier because he's the foundation. He's the foundation. You know, he's the first black. I think he's the first black man to win an Oscar. Um, don't quote me on that. If that,
Hmm.
I'm gonna fact check that later. But I think he's the first black man to win an Oscar, and he's the foundation. He was everybody's inspiration, you know, to get into this acting world. You know, usually when it came to people of color in movies, they was either like they talk like this. How you doing,
This.
sir? Yes, madam. I did do the dishes, madam. Like before, it was like we was either like maids or like people that cut grass. But he was like the first one that looked like us. That was like being the main character, being a star. So I'm gonna say Sidney Poitier for my fourth in that. So
That's not bad. Yeah, I was like kind of like tossing and turning like between like the movie characters, but I like some of like the actors like I like them in like so many different roles. So it's like it's hard like just to pick one. So I was like I kind of like just picked like just the actor
yeah,
itself.
do your
So
thing, do your thing.
yeah, so I was more like obviously Denzel in Training Day. That was one. I mean, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. So I got him in
Yes.
there.
Yo,
I
shout
for
out
Black
to him.
Panther.
Shout out to him. He was the biopic go-to guy if you really think about it.
Yeah,
For like he had like a 3 year stretch where he was the biopic go-to guy. Think about it. He played
yeah.
James Brown. He played
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah,
Like those are the two of the most iconic, you know, black people ever. If you really think
yeah,
about it, two of them. Yeah, he
yeah,
played
yeah.
Jackie Robinson and James Brown. So he was
Yeah, I
great.
have him, and then like next I would have Eddie Murphy. So
Mm.
I got him in.
Mm.
Oh, the one that I would like like stuck out to me was like it was like Nutty Professor, and then you got Boomerang. So it's like those two like to me like stuck to me for sure. And then like next one I had to do is like Will Smith. I had to put him in there, for Men in Black, or you gotta go for Bad Boys. So it's like either or. Like those are like I kind of like you can't tell like Black history like during our age growing up. You had to watch those movies like for sure. So those
Absolutely.
just tell a history for sure. So and then same thing with Chadwick Boseman, like Black Panther, like I believe that. So it's like that one, like that was like uplifting for I felt like for the whole culture, for sure. Like I just felt like everybody like was like happy or like proud to be Black. Feel me? Like they
That
felt
movie,
like it. You got
that
everybody
movie,
doing this. Like you got like
that movie had people doing this.
hell yeah,
That movie had people repping Wakanda,
word.
an imaginary place,
That's
an
a fact.
imaginary place. Like people were like, I'm from Wakanda. Yeah, we in Wakanda right now. Like it gave us a
Hmm.
little bit of hope,
Yeah, for sure. So
especially
it's
like what was going on like in our country and stuff like that. So that movie gave us
exactly.
a little hope.
Yeah, so like that one was like iconic to me. So it's like I kind of wanted like to keep it like not go too back. Kind of want to like keep it like in our era, like for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
But like obviously, those are the ones that like stuck out to me that like were really iconic. But it was like so much to pick. Like four is hard. Like this is just a lot
yeah.
of other
But going
that you
back to
can you
Eddie
can go to.
Murphy, but then going back to Eddie Murphy, like if you want to go into that bag, look at Coming to America.
Yeah,
It showed black excellence, black royalty.
facts.
He was a prince. He was a prince. His parents were king and queen of a whole country. They were rulers. They were rich. So like,
Right.
look at you. You didn't see something like that in 1988. You didn't see that.
No, you didn't.
You
You
know.
definitely didn't.
And then you
That's
want to go even further. Boomerang. Boomerang is one of the first movies to have like not it wasn't the first movie to have a soundtrack, but it was one of the
mhm,
first movies to have like those classic soundtracks.
classics.
And then also one of the first movies to have a majority black cast. Like notice Boomerang had no white people in it.
Yeah.
That was the
And look how
first
that looked. And
that
look
was
how
one
that
of the
turned out.
that was one of the first movies that was one of the first movies to have that.
Yeah.
And then it showed black excellence. Like they weren't gangbangers, they weren't drug dealers, they weren't
Nah.
robbers, they weren't strung out on drugs.
Yeah.
They were successful black people. You didn't see
Right.
that on TV. I mean, you didn't see that in the
Nah.
movies. Well, you didn't see it on TV. Maybe so with the Huxtables, but like
Yeah, that's about it.
Or the Banks family in the Fresh Prince of
Yeah.
Bel-Air, but you didn't
Yeah,
really
but it's
see
very
that.
far and few.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Boomerang was the first of its kind. Like I said, that's an all black movie.
Yeah, because usually to really sell is like usually for black people it's like we have to like basically like go into those stereotypes. Like obviously be in the hood or it have to be gang related, whatever case may be, or like us like selling dope or whatever case may be, like to
Yeah,
see those type of movies where like it's not into the stereotype and you showing like us in a positive light, like those are the ones that are always gonna have my attention for sure.
yeah,
So
yeah,
those are the ones
definitely.
that I gravitate towards.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Because that was a great mention of Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is probably he's top two. I'll say Denzel is one, but
Hmm.
I would put Eddie Murphy second.
Yeah,
But if we're going to talk about influence, bring it into the modern era, I know a lot of people consider Richard Pryor the best comedian of all time, but
yeah.
I would say Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy influenced the whole generation and he put on so much people. Remember,
Yeah.
he put Damon Wayans and Beverly Hills
Right.
Cop 2, Chris Rock, well, one of the Beverly Hills Cops, but he put Damon Wayans in
Yeah, I know
that.
what you're saying.
I think it
Yeah.
was the first one. Then he put Chris Rock in the second one. He put Chris Rock in Boomerang. He did movies with Martin Lawrence, Life.
Oh yeah.
He put on Dave Chappelle and Nutty Professor. He was the stand-up comedian. So like you
Yeah,
think
it's
about
a
it,
lot.
Eddie Murphy put on a lot of people. He put on his friend Arsenio Hall
And look at them. Just giving people opportunity,
in Harlem
just giving your
Nights.
brother opportunity. You see how they grow and just how they
Yeah,
just blossom,
absolutely.
man. And that's what it's all about, like giving people opportunities. That's a big component when I look at like goats,
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
me,
yeah.
able to Like, let's look from your tree. Like, who you put on and things of that nature. So it's like that's very important.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But let's talk about we could do two parts of athletes. I'm gonna do two parts of athletes. So we can have the best black athletes and then the most influential black athletes. Because I feel like that's two different things, two different
Yeah,
conversations.
it
So,
is.
yeah, so I'll say this. So my four best black athletes, I'm gonna go with obviously Michael Jordan,
I
the
mean,
GOAT.
obviously,
He's the GOAT. Like Michael Jordan is the
obviously.
GOAT. Like I know there's other people that are in the conversation, but you can't have the conversation without number 23.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan ain't played basketball since 2003, and people are still wearing his sneakers. A lot of people who weren't
exactly,
even born, we weren't born when the Jordan 1s first came out, but we wear them because of him.
exactly.
And Jordans Jordans are the best sneakers ever because people are
Yeah,
still wearing them.
hell yeah.
So I would say, and then also the way he played, he's 6-0 in the finals. He never lost a championship game. He
Facts.
he changed the game if you really think about it as well, because Michael Jordan, before Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan got drafted, you was frowned upon if you drafted a guard high. You was supposed to have a big man. You were supposed to have a big man and then like a forward. You never drafted a guard that high. So like
Yeah,
he was the first guy to say, okay, all right, we're gonna draft a guard this high, and then we're gonna build around the guard. Never built around the guard. So
oh
like you
yeah,
gotta think about it. So then when Michael Jordan gets drafted, then the Kobe Bryant's come, the Allen Iversons comes, the
hell
Steph
yeah.
Currys, the Kyrie Irvings. So he created a domino effect where okay, I can build around the guard. Now a lot of people want to say, oh, Magic Johnson was drafted first in 1979, but Magic Johnson was 6'9".
Yeah, he was different.
So like Magic Johnson technically was a point guard, but he was a forward on defense, and then he wasn't really considered a point guard until like maybe his third year because they had Norm Nixon.
Yes.
So like Magic Johnson wasn't like a point guard; he was 6'9". So
Hmm.
like Isaiah Thomas was drafted like in the top five, but that was
Right.
rare. That was rare. You didn't make that gamble. So like other than Michael Jordan, you had like Isaiah Thomas and stuff like that, but that wasn't the theme.
Right.
Now when Michael Jordan comes out, you draft the best player available.
Exactly.
A lot of people they thought Sam Bowie was a safe pick because Sam Bowie was a big man who could protect the paint and rebound
Yeah.
and finish the rim. He dealt with his injuries, so he never really got to blossom to anything because he broke both of his legs and his knee injuries, all that.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the injuries like play a part, but
Yeah,
it's
but he
like,
was he was nice in college. He was
yeah,
nice in
he was
college.
nice. Yeah, he was definitely nice. Like,
Yes.
I'm not gonna say that he was trash or anything like
Yeah,
that.
because
I
nobody,
I
because nobody knew, because like R.I.P. to my dad. Like I
yeah.
asked him, I said, when you saw Michael Jordan, North Carolina, do you think he was gonna be like that? He was like, no.
Hmm.
He's he's like, no. I knew he was gonna be good, but I didn't know he was gonna be that
Right.
because he played under Dean Smith, and Dean Smith's system is team, is team oriented. There's no like
Right.
isolation. It's everything is team oriented. So his numbers didn't show like how good he really could be. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then Coach Knight, he said, yo, Michael Jordan could be the best player of all time. Because remember, he was torching in the '84 Olympics against the NBA players. He was torching
Right.
them. They was
Hell
like, yo,
yeah.
who is this dude? He was torching that. Everybody saying, yo, who is this dude? He was torching them. They didn't lose a game against the NBA
Nah, they
All-Stars.
didn't.
You got these are college kids. This is Jordan, Ewing, Chris Mullin. Like those are obviously Chris Mullin and Ewing are good players as well, Hall of Famers. But
Of course.
but Jordan was the leader.
Yeah, Jordan was different. Yeah, Jordan was
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
different.
You going against Isaiah Thomas, you going against Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. They was killing all of those guys. So and then like I said, the sneakers, he changed the game where, players could get $30 million a year to play basketball. Now almost every player in the NBA is making that now. He was the
Exactly.
first player to get that.
Yeah,
The shoes. He's like one of the.
everything.
I think he's the first. He was one of the first players to own his own brand, Jordan brand. Jordan
Yeah,
brand.
that's black owned. That's
Yeah,
him.
yeah, Jordan brand. Like I said, Jordan brand came out in '97. The first Jordan sneakers were the. Let me see if I got him in. Let me see if I got him.
I think. Hold on.
Hold on. No, no, no. I'm here. I got him. There you go. These are the first sneakers under the Jordan brand. Jordan 13. He got games.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so these are the first ones under Jordan brand. Obviously, he did other sneakers, so these are the first ones that didn't come in the Nike box.
Right.
So yeah, so you gotta think about it like that. So he was,
Yeah,
so I would
he
say
yeah,
that.
like I said, he like I said, everybody tries to be like Mike. You
Yeah,
want to be
yeah.
like Mike. That
Everybody wants to be like that.
Space Jam, like come on, like you
Space
want to have
Jam.
the
He
movie.
he made athletes. I mean, obviously, you had the fish that say Pittsburgh. Dr. J was in that movie, and then you had
Yeah,
Cornbread Earl and Me with Jamal Wilkes. But Michael Jordan was that guy. He was the reason why athletes are marketable now. Athletes were not
yeah,
that marketable before him. Now
right.
everybody's marketable. So I'll say Michael Jordan. He's there. Next, Muhammad Ali, self-explanatory, the
That's another
greatest.
one I got.
Muhammad
Yep.
Ali, iconic. He was great. He was standing for social justice. He refused to go to the war. He was like, why should I fight for a country that won't even fight for me? I'd rather sit in a cell than fight for a country that don't care about me. So that's Muhammad Ali, and he's one of the toughest, and he's one of the baddest motherfuckers out there in the ring. He was one of the
Facts.
baddest motherfuckers out there in the ring. His
He ain't duck no
personality.
smoke, no nothing.
He had the personality. He had the aura. He had the game to back it up. So I'm gonna go with Muhammad Ali. Second, third, I'm gonna say Serena Williams. Serena
Okay. Yeah, I
Williams.
was tossing between that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Serena Williams, dominant. She was dominant in her prime. Dominant.
Yeah.
She made people watch tennis.
Hell yeah.
She was a black queen. Remember
I
when
ain't
she
know
first
nothing
came?
about the sport, but I knew about Serena.
Exactly. Everybody know who
Serena,
Serena Williams
Venus.
is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Serena Williams is.
Yeah.
She remember when she first came out, she used to have the braids with the beads.
Yeah.
Black girl
Hell yeah.
magic. Black girl magic.
For
Self-explanatory.
sure.
She's from Compton. You know what I'm saying? She's
Mm-hmm.
from Compton. She was quote unquote considered a statistic, and she overcame her community and became something, and one of the best and one of the most iconic, women athletes, black women athletes ever. So I'm gonna say Serena Williams is my third, and then
Mm-hmm.
fourth, I'm gonna go with. Hmm, this one is hard because there's a lot of them that I
There's a lot.
really
It's,
want.
listen,
Who I
one
really
gotta
want to
look
go
is
with, but
hard.
I want to go with somebody who's like, I don't, I was thinking like, do I want to go modern or do I want to go like old school? You know what? Give me, hmm, give me Jesse Owens. I'm gonna go with Jesse Owens.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Jesse Owens. You know, kids do your Googles on Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens was, a black track star. Back in the day, he was a dog. He was a beast. I'm gonna go with Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens is my fourth.
Got you, got you. So like for me, for like athletes, if we just talking
Yeah,
straight
exactly.
athlete,
Yeah.
I'm going Jordan, Ali, Mike Vick, and I'm
Okay.
going Kareem.
Okay.
I'm going
Kareem.
with
Kareem
Kareem.
is Kareem probably has the best basketball resume of all time.
Yeah,
You know, every
that's
you
what I have to
know,
go with.
everybody talks about Jordan versus Braun, but if you look at it a certain way, you could be like, okay,
Yeah.
Jordan got what Kareem. I mean, Kareem got what Jordan got. He got six championships.
Yes.
Over 35,000 points. Kareem got that too. Kareem got
Yeah.
national championships in college. He won high school championships. So he was basically one on every level. If
Yeah.
they
And in
weren't
my eyes, he
protesting,
still has the scoring title.
okay,
In my eyes, he
okay,
still that he still
well,
has it because
well,
like he did all that and he didn't shoot a damn three.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
and he
Like
had it for, and he had the record for almost 40 years.
that's what I'm saying. Like come on, like
Le-
it's
LeBron
still
fans
him.
ain't gonna like that.
I don't give a fuck.
LeBron fans ain't gonna like that.
I don't
Um,
care.
yeah,
Kiss my ass.
Kareem, like I said, like he won on every level. He would have had an Olympic gold medal if he wasn't protesting the Olympics.
Yeah,
So he would
that's
have
a
had that
fact.
as well. So yeah, Kareem is one of the best. Yep.
Yeah, and I had to go with Mike Vick because like also he's influential as well. Because like yo,
That's what I was gonna go when I did my
yeah,
influential
because it's
list.
like I remember we always had those conversations, on the phone and everything like that. And we just talk about like the quarterbacks today, like being dual threat. We're looking at the Lamars, we're looking at Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, those type of quarterbacks. They modeled the game after Michael Vick. Obviously we
Even Caleb Williams.
yeah, Caleb as well. So it's like that's the that he Michael Vick became the prototype of what you want your quarterback to be, and they just ran with it and took it to different levels, and it's a beauty to see, be able to throw and also run and just make those like, electrifying plays.
Okay,
So I
okay.
would say Mike Vick for sure.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, Michael Vick is an icon. Very, very
Yeah.
iconic. Very iconic. He's Quarterbacks play like him more than they do Tom Brady or Dan Marino or John Elway. They
Yeah,
play more like Michael
it's
Vick.
hard to duplicate what Tom Brady is,
Yeah.
because it's harder like to sit in the pocket and have pinpoint. He has pinpoint accuracy, and he could break down the defense. He can call out the defense and what you're in. Like kind of like similar to like what LeBron does. He knows everybody's plays. Like that's something that like this would be like the nice thing I would ever say about LeBron. Like he knows like your plays and like he's a student of the game. Like his IQ is I would say it's very far and few any other body that can top his IQ, you know. Maybe Jordan. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So now let's do influential athletes. So I'll say my first influential athlete, you already said Michael Vick, self-explanatory. He's
Yeah,
the he's the modern
he's on mine for that.
he's the mold of the modern quarterback. You already explained that, so we don't gotta even go further. What's understood doesn't need to be explained further. And then
Yeah.
second, I'm gonna say somebody, you probably gonna be shocked, but I'm gonna say Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey
Mm.
Jr. is the reason why dudes wear backwards hats.
True.
So basically, Ken Griffey Jr. influenced the whole entire generation, not even just wearing a backwards hat, but just to play baseball. Like motherfuckers was playing baseball because of Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds was cold, but like Ken Griffey Jr. had like that aura, like he from
Yeah.
the neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he wore his hat backwards. He had a certain aura. He had the Nike kicks. They just
Yeah.
retroed. He had the kicks. Like dudes was wearing the Seattle Mariners jersey. Like Barry Bonds
Oh
was
yeah.
cool, but like Ken Griffey Jr. just had that certain swag, that certain aura.
That's a fact.
So I say Ken Griffey Jr. And then third, Allen Iverson, Bubba Chuck,
Yeah, you
Bubba
beat me
Chuck.
to it. You beat me to it.
Like come on, it's self-explanatory. People wear cornrows because of him.
That's
Honestly,
true.
people have tattoos because of him.
Yeah.
He was the first of his kind. He was the dude that stood for what he believed in.
Hmm.
He was like, "Yo,
Whether
why am
right
I
or wrong.
right or wrong?" He said, "Why am I wearing a suit to a basketball game? I'm going to play basketball. Why am I wearing a suit?" Because you got to think about it. Before Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan used to pull up to games in a black suit. He dresses terrible now. Michael Jordan dresses awful now. But in his prime, Michael
Nah,
Jordan was
facts.
wearing custom-made suits pulling up to games in Ferraris and sunglasses.
Right.
Magic Johnson was pulling up to games in fur coats.
Yeah, for sure.
Allen Iverson pulled up to a game in a do-rag and a Sean John sweatsuit.
Nah, that's a fact. You
You
ain't
know,
lying. You ain't
Allen
lying.
Iverson Allen Iverson was injured and will have a throwback jersey on the bench. Like think
Yeah.
about all of the players that had cornrows after him. All the players
Word.
that got tattoos after him. All of the
Fact.
players that were wearing
And the arm
throwback
sleeve
jerseys.
too.
Arm sleeve. He was only
Yeah.
playing that because he had tendonitis in his elbow.
Yeah,
That
not
became a
everybody.
fashion statement.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta have the arm sleeves to play basketball now.
Facts.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
he's the reason why.
That's
Headbands. Headbands was considered whack. He made them cool. Everything
yeah.
Allen Iverson did. Allen Iverson was hanging out with rappers, partying with rappers. Allen Iverson made an album.
Yeah.
You know, without Allen Iverson, there's no Dame Dollar. I mean, all right, Shaquille O'Neal went platinum. We're not taking
Facts.
anything away from Shaquille O'Neal. He went
Yeah.
platinum, but dudes wasn't like, I want to be like Shaq.
Nah, he was just respected. He was just
Yeah,
respected for
like
sure.
Shaq
Like
is in the
I wouldn't say like he was like influential. I wouldn't say that. I would just say he just was just a like a like a big figure like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
people like you knew
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that's the guy.
Like Allen Iverson. And also, you got to think about Allen Iverson was from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson wasn't that tall. Allen Iverson made people that were under 6 foot, 6 feet believe that
Yeah.
they can go to the league.
Right.
Because he wasn't. Like Michael Jordan's 6'6". You know, Shaquille O'Neal is 7 foot, 7 foot 7'1". You
Yeah,
know, Kevin Garnett 6'11". Kevin Durant 7 foot. You know,
yeah,
these players are tall figures when you're around them.
right.
Allen
Yeah,
Iverson,
it's hard to be able to be like, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like Kevin Durant. Like that's
yeah, you can't do
far and
that.
few.
You
Or
can't do that.
Wembanyama. I can't.
You can't be like Wemby.
Yeah,
You could be like
uh,
Allen Iverson,
yeah,
5'11", 165 pounds. You could be that.
yeah.
That's an average person in America.
Facts.
Yeah,
That
so
is.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Allen Iverson, yeah, so I'm gonna say Allen Iverson. So
uh,
I said AI, I said
yeah. You got mine
Ken
on that
Griffey
one.
Jr. I said Ken Griffey Jr. Obviously Michael Vick. And the last one, I'm gonna say LeBron. I'm gonna say LeBron because the reason why I say LeBron is LeBron made it possible to like come in with your own brand. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of players didn't come in with their own brand. LeBron James, he was in high school, you know, doing certain things that your average high school kid wasn't doing. Like he was
Yeah,
in
I mean
high school.
he literally changed free agency.
He
He
changed
lit
free agency. He changed
he
everything
literally
about basketball. You
yeah.
know, whether you love it or hate it, he changed everything about
Player
basketball.
empowerment. That
Yeah,
is literally LeBron. You know,
yeah,
for better for worse, however you want to
yeah.
feel about it, that is because of him. I like if Bron didn't make those moves, I don't think KD makes those moves.
I don't think anybody makes the moves without LeBron.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
What Bradley Bill say? If LeBron say we playing in the bubble, we playing in the bubble.
Damn right. You're
Yeah, so
damn right.
I would say LeBron, and then like I said, he was the chosen one. He literally lived up to everything that they said he was gonna be and
Yeah.
better.
Hmm.
So like think
He's
about
probably
that.
the one that I could name that literally, like you said, like everything that they said about him was correct. You know.
Maybe Kevin Garnett will probably be the closest, but in terms
Yeah.
of like high school kids, but
Hmm.
LeBron literally was literally everything they said he was gonna be, he became. Like I remember like I don't know if you remember, do you remember draft.net, the website back in the days?
No, I don't remember that
Okay,
draft.net.
so early 2000s it was a website. They used to have analysis on like the draft picks of the years.
Yeah.
So basically the person that described LeBron James was like, yo, LeBron James has probably the biggest upside of any teenager ever. Like
Hmm.
he's a legit, they say he's a legit 6'8", 240 pounds. You know, he can control the game. You know, he's mad, they called him Magic Johnson remix. They was
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of similar to what Jay Billis said about him, like
yeah,
when he was
yeah.
coming out, like for sure.
They
Yeah.
was like Magic Johnson remix. Like he could controls the game. He's quick. He's athletic. They was like he needs to work on his free throw shooting. This is like the exact analysis. They say he
And he
needs to
still
work.
ain't figured that out.
They say he needs to work on his free throw shooting. His jump shot isn't the best, but he can make shots sometime. But they said, but
Yeah.
everything else is
It's
like.
spot on.
And
It's
but then
spot on.
they was like even though Carmelo Anthony has a way better jump shot and has a national championship under his belt, LeBron James has the bigger upside and is going to be the better player down the line, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
The funniest comparison to on draft.net was they said Deshaun Stevenson's comparison. It said Michael Jordan.
What? Sean Stevenson. No, oh
Yo,
damn.
when he was coming.
He's not gonna come on the pod at all.
No, I'm just saying that's what they said when Deshaun Stevenson was coming out of high school in the draft. They said his
Yeah.
comparison was Michael Jordan. I'll send you the link after we finish this episode.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
you.
that was crazy. I'm
That's
trying to think.
wild.
And then also that website, they had Darko. They was like, who's gonna have the better career, Darko and Melo? Like that was the thing too. So yeah, that was I'll say that link with thing. Yeah, so that
Damn.
was his spot on. But LeBron James lived up to everything. You know, he had all the magazine covers, all the hype. He signed a $90 million contract to Nike. He was so good that his mother took a $2 million loan out when he was in high school. So
Facts.
he
Cause
can
you know
live
you was gonna make back on the money
and more.
anyway. Yeah.
And then he's the reason why Rich Paul is an Asian. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
he's the reason why Maverick Carter has his own
Yeah,
production company.
for sure.
So he
He put on
basically
all his friends, feel me, that he believed in. So another thing, positive thing that I will say, like he did put on his friends. So I have to give him respect for that,
yeah,
And like I said, he did do player empowerment, so he gave the players a voice. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
something that you can definitely commend him for that. And he's like I said, he's one of the greatest players to ever play this game. He's in the conversation. I don't believe he's the GOAT,
He's in the
but he's in
conversation.
but
You're
he's
gonna
in the
you
conversation.
you
So
it's getting to the point where you have to bring him up in it.
yeah, he
Yeah.
has to be in the
He's
conversation.
he's top three. He's top three.
Yes.
Top three, top four. Like he's not five. There's some people that got him like 10th or 7th. I'm like,
Nah,
he's
nah,
he's
I'm not. I'm not.
four.
I'm not.
The
I'm not. I'm
lowest,
not. I'm not going. I'm not going to violate Brown like that.
the lowest you could put him on the list is four.
Yeah,
If you want to, yeah, lowest you could put him is four.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
So
much.
yeah.
But he's in there. But for mine, all right, you already said Jordan, AI, and obviously I had Vic, but the one that we didn't say was Steph. So I got Steph in
In
there.
terms of influential,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I got you have to put him in there because like everybody wants to be like Steph.
Yeah, he
Everybody was
changed the
shooting
game.
threes, the logos.
He changed the game.
Yeah, for sure. Like even how we play basketball, like it changed it. Like
He
like we basically blaming Steph for how basketball is being played today. Because we got people that have no business shooting threes, and it's because of Steph. But that's how great he was, you know. I mean,
hmm
great, and he still is,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know.
facts.
Well, with the 3-point shot for sure, and like he's the greatest shooter to ever live, in my opinion, for sure. So, like I said, and he's in the GOAT conversation for point guards. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like
To
I
me,
used
I
to
think
always
he's
be
in the
say,
GOAT conversation
it's
now.
turning, I'm heading out of the Magic Johnson department, and I'm inching over to Steph Curry,
I feel like Magic can
as the
stay.
greatest point guard.
I feel like Magic can stay. I feel like Wilt Chamberlain can leave.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, cause like I like Wilt Chamberlain. Shout out to Wilt Chamberlain. R.I.P. to Wilt Chamberlain. But I'm like
yeah.
the stuff you hear about like his career, you be like, really? Cause like
Did he?
no, I don't like. He scored 100 points. No, they played the radio thing on NBA TV. I'm not saying he didn't do that. 55 rebounds. I'm not saying he didn't do that either. You know, he played 83 game. He played like 48.5 minutes a game. All right, cool. No, you know, he's the reason why 3 seconds was invented. He's the reason why they expanded like the courts
Yeah,
because
yeah. We evolved because of
he
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. He like he told Michael Jordan. He said they changed the rules to benefit you. They changed the rules because I dominated. Like that's what he
Hmm.
told Jordan when they was arguing who's the
Yeah,
GOAT. But I was gonna say Will Chamberlain with the
which is
20,000.
facts.
Since we talking about it, we could just go into like the most iconic quotes in Black history, Black people history. Like Will Chamberlain said, "I had sex with over 20,000 women." I think that's cap, and let me tell you why I think that's cap. I t I okay. He was in his prime in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He
Hmm.
had sex with over 20,000 women. They wasn't using condoms back then. You trying to tell me you
Yeah,
got no kids? You trying to tell me you got no kids? You pulled out every single time?
he was 20,000. Oh, I mean, if that
If
is
he was
facts,
20,000, oh, he's the GOAT.
yeah, that's what I
Without
say. He's the
without
greatest of
getting
all time.
without getting like a HIV or
Yeah.
like a AIDS or like any or herpes. If he went
Uh,
through life without that, he's the GOAT.
Shit, Magic tried to do that, and look what happened to him. See,
Nah, man, they said Magic was having sex with girls at halftime.
yeah, yeah. That's why I read too. I was like, yo, he was wild.
That's
He
diabolical.
wa-
Imagine like
and still was
imagine
bowling because
that's a
usually they say like, yo, usually if you have sex like before, an event or whatever, case you're not gonna be able to perform at your highest. He still was doing
nigga.
it.
I had sex before work. I called out.
He said I called out. Nah, never.
No, I'm
That's
playing.
wild.
I'm playing.
He said I called out.
I was like, I can't get up. I can't get
Oh,
up.
crap.
I think we were like 4 rounds.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yo,
That's crazy. I ain't never called out because of that.
nah, but
So was KO'd. KO. He's like, I gotta sleep.
my thighs was hurting. I was fucking weird.
Dude said, I gave you everything I got.
That's a fact. This dude, imagine you getting carded by Magic Johnson for 2 quarters, and then he goes in the back and hits some shorty, hits some shorty,
Hmm.
and then still kills you in the second half.
And like he like from like the documentary, like he was hitting them in like in twos. So he was getting threesomes off. Like he wasn't like
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
a one-off kind of thing. Like he was having like a whole party.
I
Like
feel
it
like
was
that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like in my opinion. I feel like if Wilt Chamberlain put up those numbers, he would have been it would have been like Magic Johnson
nah for
in
sure.
terms of the outcome.
Yeah, for sure. I just
But
always
he
try to
had
just give
no
him
kids. I'm like,
yeah.
you have 20,000 women and you got no kids.
Yeah, no
Like,
kids is kind of hard to believe.
because I'm like, they wasn't using condoms in the 50s. Because if you look at
Nah,
your great grandparents, they had like 13 kids.
facts.
There was no protection plan
Nah,
in that
not
family.
at all.
That's what
Not
I'm
at all.
saying. So it's like, come on,
Just be
Will.
doing all that. Nah. But like I said, I still respect like what
Oh
he
yeah, yeah,
done,
facts,
his
facts, facts.
resume, whatever keeps me. I don't
He's
discredit
one
it.
of the
It just
greatest.
yeah, it just like as you get older and you see as the game evolved and you see the like the rules changing and things of that nature and like 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 what the players now have to play. Like I won't even say like today, like even what Jordan like had to deal with. It's like it's hard to compare, you
Yeah,
know?
because if you think about it, zone defense was illegal in the
Yeah, the
90s.
rules
You
changes
had to
and
in
like
in the 90s in the
the
90s you
play
had to
style.
in the 90s you had to guard your man one on one. You
Yeah,
couldn't you couldn't like in today's NBA where you can like dribble and then like a whole entire team can like just gravitate towards you and leave somebody wide open.
right.
You can't do that. You couldn't do that in the 90s. That would be an illegal defense.
Yeah.
That's a technical
Mm-hmm.
foul.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. So that's
It's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying. So that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people's like, oh, Jordan didn't pass. If Jordan played today, he'd probably get more triple doubles because he'll be double teamed.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
that's what
fact.
I'm
And he's
so
a willing passer. Like people
he
be
averaged
trying to
six
say
assists
like
for his career.
yeah, like he'll get off the ball. Like he will make the pass and not like do like some shit like Anthony Davis does when like he just passes him because he got stopped. Like he actually gonna pass the ball and put you in positions that you can score or
Yeah,
don't like do some dumb shit like LeBron. Like he'll dribble like LeBron. He'll dribble for like 23 seconds and pass it to you with point one and expect for you to make it.
yeah, because and then also think about when it comes to Jordan, like Jordan literally had a stretch. I think he has the streak for most consecutive triple doubles.
Yeah.
I think he had like 10 straight triple doubles, like eight
Yeah, he
straight
could
triple
do
doubles.
it. He
So
could
like
do it.
he did it. Like he
He
could
can
do
do
it.
it.
He just didn't have to.
Yeah.
Because if you guarded me one on one, you know I'm gonna win.
That's what he wants to do, but like he loved to score, but like he can do that,
But
you
one
know,
on
feel me?
one, I don't think one on one you can't stop him.
No,
But then if
no,
you look at today's era, like you put KD in that era, I don't like saying ifs, but you put KD in that era, same thing. You
yeah,
can't double team KD at 7 foot guard. Come on. Cause look
nah,
at
you
George
can't.
Gervin. Like the closest thing to KD in that era was George Gervin. George Gervin was giving you 30 balls a season.
Yeah, hell
So
yeah,
KD would be like George Gervin.
facts.
You know what I mean? Like you couldn't do that. So that's what I'm saying. So like that's why I hate when you compare eras because the rules are different.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's why like I give every era their
Yeah.
flowers. I'm not gonna
And then
go.
also training is different. Like
Yeah,
with
we got
LeBron,
low management now. We
load
got we
management.
got people sitting out.
Isaiah Thomas literally scored 25 points in a quarter on one leg in the finals.
Right,
They ain't doing that today.
different. Hell no,
That's
they
what I'm
ain't gonna
saying.
let you do that.
Michael Jordan literally had whatever he had, the flu, stomach, food poison, whatever he had,
Yeah.
and played. They ain't letting him do that today.
Nah, not at all. Nah, like Melo said, like they look at the schedule, like when I'm at work and I get to schedule all the teams I be going against. They basically telling you when you about to take off.
Yeah.
They're not even expecting you to play.
Yeah, they
Like
like,
that
oh,
is crazy.
longevity. They say, oh, longevity. I don't believe in longevity. I just feel like if you got it, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, well, I kind of agree with what Melo says. Like, if you can play, feel me. But he also understand on the other side, like the low management is like some people need the low management, like Kawhi Leonard. Feel me? He needed
Joel Embiid.
Embiid, like he needed, feel me? But there's other players that they don't need that, feel
Yeah,
me? You
yeah,
know. So
yeah.
that's basically what it is. But like I said, like the load management thing, like that was like Pop did. He was doing that and it was successful for him.
Yeah, they won a championship. Well, they won one. Yeah, they won a championship in that era. When he started
Yeah.
load management in 2010, like
Yeah.
Tim Duncan would miss like 2 games.
Right.
Yeah, just because.
But I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect to them, but it's like nobody cared. Feel me? Like if they took some days off or whatever case may be, no disrespect to Tim Duncan, though, but it wasn't like
He's
I
in the GOAT
they
conversation too.
he is in it, but I'm not trying to shade him or anything like that. But like the San Antonio Spurs, like they're elite organization, they had elite players, but like in my opinion, I felt like I wasn't losing sleep if Tony Parker was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play today. Feel me?
Yeah, they saved their
I'm
energy for the
just keeping it
playoffs.
real. It
That's
just,
why they always made deep playoff runs.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So it was like it really people got mad when it's like the stars, like the other stars that people would actually like box office type stars was actually doing it as well. So that
Yeah.
was the thing. So low
So
key we got blame Pop.
he started that. He
Yeah,
started in 2010 because they looked at the analytics and they wanted to be 100% for the playoffs.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, because remember he was like Tim Duncan had like consecutive seasons where he was averaging at least like 18 and 11. And
yeah.
then in 2011 when the Spurs went, even though they lost in the first round, that's ironic, right? When they lost to
Word.
Memphis in the first round, he averaged like a career low 13 points because he was only playing like 20 something minutes a night, 28 minutes a night
Yeah.
because they was trying
Trying,
to.
trying, yeah, you trying to preserve him. I
Yeah,
mean, but
but they
like,
lost in the first round. That was
yeah,
just the
that's
ironic
the
part
thing is
about it.
like, yeah, I kind of like I'm kind of on the same side like Jordan. Like, if I can, if I can go, I'm going. I'm like, I'm go because
Well,
like
Allen,
tomorrow's never promised,
yeah,
for me.
remember
So it's like you never gonna know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So it's like if I can go,
I can go.
if I can give you 80%, then I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
Allen Iverson. It got to a point where Allen Iverson had to pay somebody to go get his jersey from the NBA store when they went to go play the Knicks because they told him he couldn't play. He
Hmm.
paid somebody to go get his jersey from the NBA store with the shorts to match.
That's different.
He was
Yeah,
like, get all. He said, get all three because they wouldn't tell him what jersey they was wearing. So he was like, yo, get every jersey of mine's and bring it to me.
yeah. But
That's crazy.
that just shows like the love for the game and that you want to play, feel
Yeah.
me? So
He
that
said, rest me during
I'm not
practice.
trying to shit on people that do like sit out like Kawhi, and be, or whoever it is, or if case me. But if you could play, feel me? Because there's a difference between you being hurt or injured. If you're injured, you need to be on the bench somewhere, or you need to be in a suite somewhere. If you're injured, that means that like there's something that you cannot play on. Now, if you're hurt, that means like I got a sprained thumb. For me, you could play with a sprained thumb, or like you have a sprain, no sprained ankle, and it's not a severe sprain. Like you could play on that. Though, like when you're hurt, you could play on it, but that's up to you, feel me? But I feel like if you are hurt, you could play.
Yeah,
But if you're
definitely.
injured, no,
Yeah,
don't risk it. Don't risk it.
yeah, definitely.
Feel me? Because that's what happened to Isaiah Thomas. Like,
Or the
and then
hip,
it cost them money.
the hip. Yep.
Yeah, with the hip, and that hip is
Well, I ain't
serious.
gonna lie to you. I don't think Boston was gonna give him the supermax anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
But
I
I mean,
don't.
it didn't help.
Yeah, I don't think they
It
was
didn't.
giving him the supermax anyway. So it's like that was just
True.
a bailout, a cop out.
Yeah, it was just a more of
It
a
it was a
reason too.
perfect
Yeah,
scenario. It was a perfect
facts.
scenario because you got to think about it. Kyrie wanted to leave. Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie's contracts matched. Isaiah Thomas was averaging like 29 plus, all NBA.
Right,
Kyrie Irving and him it was even that year, so it was like an even trade
right.
in retrospect.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So it's
That's
like,
definitely true. Yeah, it was just basically it was being used as a bail. Cause then now you're going people gonna look at Boston like, damn, you just did
but
them dirty. But then again,
Boston
the
doesn't pay people anyway.
true. But I like that. That's just business.
Yeah, it's not
It's just
personal.
that's just business, at the end of the day, I know players are gonna get in their feelings. I mean, and that's just us as humans. You're gonna feel a way, feel me, because like you put your heart and soul into the team, and then you want to get paid, and then you see like, yo, I don't see you like that, feel me? It's like getting curved from a joint that you've been taking it out for like multiple dates, and then you realize then you basically realize like, yo, she basically dubbed you, and
I'm
like
not gonna
now
lie to
she
you.
about to go to some next dude's house or whatever case may
Oh,
be,
we
and then he's
definitely
like,
gonna talk. Oh,
damn,
we definitely gonna talk about that later. You know,
facts.
because that's what the people want. I heard that's what the people want. So we gonna talk about that later.
Oh yeah, for sure. We ready?
Yeah, but all right. Let's talk about let's wrap up on let's talk about a little bit of basketball. You know, NBA trade deadlines coming up.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's going to be an overhyped deadline, but it's going to be interesting. It could go two ways. It could be a real busy deadline, or it could be a real boring deadline. Like, I personally think,
Yeah.
I don't think Giannis is getting traded.
I don't think so either. I
He
I, I
might get
think it's
traded in
going.
the summertime.
I think it's summertime for sure.
I don't think Giannis is going to get traded. I don't think John Morant's getting traded. I don't think Jaren Jackson Jr. is getting traded. Well, James Harden
James
demanded it.
Harden. Yeah,
Just
yeah. I know. I
demanded a
was looking
trade.
at my phone like, yeah,
James Harden
he
just
got.
demanded a trade. I'm not gonna
I'm.
lie to you. I don't think his value is as high as he thinks it is because
Yeah.
basketball is trendy. You know, it's about the first move is always how it's gonna go. Like
Pretty much.
When Mike Conley got 150 plus million max contract in was that 2016, 2015,
Yeah.
2016 when he
Yeah. It's
got
around
that
there.
2015, yeah, around that time when he got it,
Yeah.
that was the standard. Then Bradley Bill got something similar. Then Luol Deng got something crazy. Then Timothy Moscow got something crazy. It was 2016. Timothy Moscow got something crazy. So it just
Yeah.
depends on the standard. Like when Jalen Brown was the first NBA player to get 300 plus million.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Then
just I just feel like now, like with the deal with Trey Young did, like that set the table.
yeah,
How's it
so
going to go? And I feel like owners and GMs, they just not making
they don't want to pay
bad
these players.
decisions.
They
They
don't want
just
to
not
pay.
making crazy decisions. Like they're not just going to just throw money at somebody, or they're just not
You know
going
how
to just
much
keep somebody.
320 something? You know how much 325 million is?
Yeah, that's a lot of money, and like shit. I
And
like,
for a player, you're gonna be in a
yeah,
you're gonna be in a play-in. You might not win a ring. You're probably not gonna
ex
win a ring.
exactly. And I feel like this goes back to when Luca got traded. Like that set the tone. Like, yo,
That's
nobody
what
is
I'm
safe.
saying.
Like
But
if they
but
trade Luca,
but then
you know,
again, you're a basketball fan. If you looked at
yeah,
that Dallas Mavericks team with Luca,
yeah.
did you see them winning a championship?
Honestly, no, no.
So you had to make that trade.
Honestly, no. because because of how 'cause once I learned about the back what was happening behind the scenes.
Hmm.
If you didn't look at behind the scenes, you would have been like, what? Like you got Luca and he just took you to the finals. So like
And
I
Kyrie.
have faith that he can get back there. He basically did that by himself. So it's like you have to believe, but you look at what happened behind the scenes and you see how Luca wasn't taking care of his body.
He really
You know,
wasn't. He is
he
so much
wasn't.
slimmer. He was so much slimmer
That,
now than he
that,
was last year.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, and he wasn't taking those steps as
Hmm.
what you think, as what you would want for
Yeah.
your franchise guy,
I
you
personally
know.
feel like
So you had to trade him.
once Dallas didn't give Jalen Brunson $55 million, it was over.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, the dude just wanted 55 million.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You should. Yeah, yeah,
He came off a
yeah,
career year. He came off a career year, and then obviously you see what he's doing now, and it worked between
yeah.
those two
And
guys.
he's doing well as being the guy.
But he also did well as Luka's sidekick. Remember, they went to the
Yeah,
conference finals. They literally dismantled the Phoenix Suns.
yeah. I mean, like I
And
said,
then
Jalen Brunson did his thing too. Yeah,
he beat Donovan Mitchell without
yeah,
Luka.
yeah.
That
He
series
definitely did.
got that series got him that New York deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta look
It
at it
definitely
like that.
did.
You gotta
That
look
is
at it like
true.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
so
it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a lot of smoke. I feel like it's gonna be fire in the summer
It's like free
for
agency.
sure.
Remember that free agency when he was like when you was anticipating Clay going to the Lakers, Lakers gonna get all these players, and y'all got nobody. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
this.
them.
I'm just
That's
saying. But remember,
yeah, I
you
know.
was like, oh, we gonna get Clay, we gonna get this person, that person,
And I'm happy we didn't get Clay.
and y'all ain't getting none of those
Get
players.
cooked ass.
And then, like you said, benefited. So, and then,
Yeah.
so you gotta look at it like that. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I feel like what is the best NBA trade deadline move that you think happened in your lifetime?
Uh,
Powell wasn't a trade deadline move.
nah, I won't even say
I
him.
wasn't gonna say.
Uh,
I don't probably think that.
no, you gotta name me some. I can't like off the top of my
I would say
head.
the best NBA trade deadline move would be Rasheed Wallace to the Detroit Pistons.
Mm,
Because
yeah,
he took them over the top and got them and got them a championship. So I would say, that was an underrated move because remember he was on Portland,
yeah,
aka the Jailblazers. That was
right.
the first YN team. Ja Morant and them, they ain't got nothing on the Jailblazers.
Yeah,
Remember,
facts.
remember Ruben Patterson like broke. Yeah, that they was wilding. You could go do your Googles on the Jailblazers. Um, but that was that was the I feel like that trade got them the championship. I feel like that was the move because remember they went to the conference finals the year before and they
Yeah,
got swept by the Nets. Because they didn't really have a post presence. Rasheed Wallace put them over the top. So I would say
yeah, that was a need.
The Rasheed Wallace trade to the Blazers, but also the fact that Portland traded him to Atlanta for nothing, and then he played one game with the Hawks, and then Detroit was like, "Yo, you don't need him. Y'all not in the playoffs. Let's get that. Let's get him."
Yeah,
And he basically got traded for nothing.
pretty much.
So I would
Pretty
say,
much, yeah.
so I
Yeah,
would
you gotta
say
name me some. Name me some more.
some more
I'll tell
trade
you.
deadline moves. I feel like that. I feel like that was the best one, honestly.
Yeah, because usually most of the trades they don't really pan out.
Because I'm like, you could say it was a big trade
Not in that
at the
same season.
time. Like it was a big trade at the time. Like when Melo went to the Knicks, like that was a big deal back then in 2011. But
Yeah.
no, they didn't. They went to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years.
Hmm.
They won their first playoff series. They won their first playoff series in like 13 years, and then they had their highest win total in the last. I think at the time, the last like 18 years at that time. So like
Hmm.
it looked good in the beginning, but then when Phil Jackson came in, he just ruined that whole entire thing. But that's a whole nother
Hmm.
conversation. So okay, at first it was going that way. They won 54 games. They
Oh
haven't
yeah,
won
for sure.
54. They haven't won 54 games since. They won 54 games, but then
Yeah, you can put Melo in there.
Phil Jackson just came in and just ruined everything. And then it was like,
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna trade Raymond Felton for Jose Calderon and Samuel Dallin. We're gonna trade Tyson Chandler for Samuel Dallenberg. We're gonna sign Quincy Acey. We're gonna sign Lou Almondson. We're gonna give
Right.
Lance Thomas 3 years. Um, we're gonna trade J.R. Smith and Amon Shumpert. Ugh.
Yo, Melo's still tight about that shit.
I am too. I am too. You know how much belief I used to have in Lance Thomas to try to gas myself up like, yo, Lance Thomas is a good piece. Giving Joakim
Yeah.
Noah max money,
Yeah.
trading Tim Hardaway Jr. for nothing. Because you traded in for Jerry and Grant. Jerry and Grant played one season with us, and then you traded Jerry and Grant for Derrick
Hmm.
Rose, and Derrick Rose was with us for one season. And he came back, but like,
Hmm.
yeah. But that's a whole nother conversation. So I would say the Melo trade. Pau Gasol wasn't trade deadline.
No, it wasn't.
It was close, but it wasn't trade deadline.
Yeah.
I gotta think. Hmm, 05 trade deadline. No, that wasn't really a good. It wasn't
That's why I
really.
said none really
No, no,
panned
no,
out.
no. I'm trying to think like because there was moves that happened at the trade deadline, but they
Yeah.
weren't like moving. Like Ricky Davis for Wally Zerviak.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Oh
they're
wait,
like
wait.
on the fringe.
When I mean the Cavs tried, they did get a lot of pieces in '08, but they lost in the second round. I guess no, he got a buyout. I was gonna say when Sam Cassell went to the Celtics, that was a buyout.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, none of the trade deadline trades like really like moved the needle. Like you said, it was all the offseason moves.
Yeah, it's some more off season and whatever case may be. And I mean, we can't even say Luca.
That wasn't trade deadline.
Yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't trade deadline. I'm trying to
yeah.
let me I think. Hmm. Kirk Heinrich to the Kirk Heinrich to the Hawks.
Nah.
No. Mo Williams for Baron. I mean, I would say a underrated one would probably be Mo Williams. You probably gonna look at me like I'm crazy for saying this, but I would say Mo Williams for Baron Davis because with that, the Clippers got rid of their first round pick, and that first round pick ended up being Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
That first round pick ended up being Kyrie Irving, and then LeBron James comes back to Cleveland and they win the championship.
All set up. Yeah.
I would say Baron Davis. I would say Baron Davis for Mo Williams that trade, and they got rid of the picks, and the Cavaliers ended up having the first pick and the fourth pick in the 2011 NBA draft, and then LeBron James comes back, and then Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson were key pieces to the Cavs winning their first championship. So
Definitely.
I would say that's another underrated move, but like the average basketball
Yeah.
fan wouldn't like
It's not.
remember
It's
that.
not going for. Yeah.
I'm a nerd, so like I
Yeah,
just
for
know
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I just know that. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. You're a historian for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
But yeah, the most people. Yeah, that's what I said. Regular like when it comes to like deadline, like there
Tim
ain't that many
Hardaway.
that
I was gonna say
really.
Tim Hard. I was gonna say Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway to the Heat. It built the foundation for them as an expansion team.
Hmm.
Ooh, I got one. Clyde Drexler to the Rockets.
Oh
There we go. Clyde Drexler to the Rockets. Because Clyde
yes.
Drexler helped them win the championship, go back to back.
Yeah.
Clyde Drexler to the Rockets. Come on, Mikey. I
Yes.
had to
Oh
think
yeah.
about that. That was trade deadline.
I forgot about that. Damn. Yeah, that is. But like, though, it's very few. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That actually like helped into a championship. So I
yeah,
basically got Rasheed Wallace to the Pistons, Clyde Drexler to the Rockets. Mm, I ain't gonna lie, that's I ain't gonna
that's
lie,
about it.
that's low key pretty much it. Unless you
That's about
wanna
it. That's why I said like even for this like deadline, like what you really think is you gonna get that's gonna really take you to win a chip. Like even like getting Giannis, like like what team if they get Giannis is really gonna go to the chip or have a chance to win a chip. Like realistically,
Giannis hasn't won a championship in 5 years.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like I don't.
Do you count DeMarcus Cousins to the Pelicans? It could have
Eh,
been something.
it could have been. It could have been.
I'm just thinking about trade deadline moves.
It could have been.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Well, I think no, Kyle Colvin wasn't dealt during the deadline. He
No.
was before when he went to Cleveland. Mm, no, that wasn't deadline. I was gonna say J.R. Smith and Shumpert to the Cavs, but that wasn't trade deadline.
No.
Yeah. So I would say yeah, I would say Clyde
What's the one
Drexler.
that you
I would
said,
say
Clyde?
the two Clyde Drexler to the Rockets and Rasheed Wallace to the Pistons. Yeah, and like you
Hmm.
said, I agree with you in terms of the trade deadline. It's like
There's a lot of
usually,
smoke.
but like I said, Trey Young set the mood for what's
Yeah.
going on. Like if you trade John Morant, it's probably gonna be something similar.
Yeah. Shoot. They trying to trade Anthony Davis and nobody want his ass.
Jordan Poole's is available. He doesn't
Yeah.
really have a value. Jonathan Kuminga demanded a trade, but he's staying. Mike Dunleavy,
You gotta have a demand.
Mike Dunleavy said you're staying.
Yeah. He was golden for that. He said you gotta have a demand.
Yeah.
Yo,
Jordan Poole, like, okay, when I look
to
at Jordan
demand a
Poole,
trade, you gotta have to
I,
command a demand.
yeah, when I look at Jordan Poole, I'm like, Jordan Poole is cool. Like, you could probably trade John Morant for Jordan Poole, but that's not going to make Memphis better.
Nah, it's not. You're just
Yeah.
gonna be trading just to trade. Like, unless you want to just trade to trade. Like,
Yeah,
some teams just be like that.
but that's
But
not
that's
clearing
not
up
helping.
cap space. Because
Yeah,
the salaries are kind of even. So it's like,
yeah. So what are
what
we
are we
doing?
doing?
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh! Siakam for Siakam to the Pacers. Is that a good one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes,
Siakam to the because
yeah,
that put
Siakam.
them as contenders.
Yeah,
You
hell
know,
yeah,
you think about it when they point guard come back, they low key could be the best team in the Eastern Conference.
low key, yeah,
I would say this. This is a unpopular opinion. Tyrese Halliburton was the best player in the playoffs last year.
it was.
He literally got Dame. Well, Dame got hurt, but he literally got Dame waived. He got
Yeah,
Giannis contemplating his future in Milwaukee.
yeah,
He destroyed the Cavs. No, we ain't really
facts.
nothing about the Cavs. And then he literally shut the whole entire garden up.
He definitely did.
Yo,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was
that
different.
that shot he shot where it missed and went up all the way up and it
Oh
went
my
in. I
God.
was like, yo, we're not winning this series.
I was
When
like,
that happened, I was
God
like, we're not winning
damn.
this series. The minute that shot happened, I said, we're not winning this series. Like my grandma was like, oh, it's only one game. I said, we are not winning this series after that shot.
Nah, that's a wrap.
He can't make that shot again if you paid him.
Nah.
So yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anything's gonna happen to the deadline.
Nah, I don't think I think it's just gonna be a lot of smoke of like people were talking, whatever the case may be, but I don't think nothing really gonna happen. Cause like I said, I don't think nobody's gonna go get Anthony Davis.
He's hurt.
They're not. Yeah, he's hurt.
Unless
Giannis,
you
he's
want to
hurt.
do, yeah, John Morant, he's hurt.
Yeah, John Morant. So it's like what, like
And then,
maybe James Harden.
but who? But where is he
I'm hearing
going?
Cleveland for
D Donovan Mitchell and James Harden?
yeah.
Come on,
So you're gonna get rid of Garland.
Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Is
Yeah.
that what? Where is that going?
I'm sleeping. I'm
So
sleeping.
you probably got to throw in Evan Mobley too.
I guess.
So you gonna probably Evan Mobley because you can't do Jared Allen. He just dropped 40.
Yeah.
Well, who cares? But I'm
Facts.
saying, but Evan Mobley and James and Darius Garland for James Harden, like,
For
come
all
on.
that, I was like, we doing that, we might as well just trade Kawhi too.
Probably might as well, right?
You might as well if you're doing that. I was like, cause like that was like surprising. Like I kind of had some inkling that he was gonna get out of there, but I didn't think that he was gonna really do that. Cause I'm like,
I'm
he's
sick of
from
James
LA.
Harden.
Yeah, I am sick of him too. But it's like I was like, bro, you wanted to be in LA.
Send him to Sacramento.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go get Levine or
Well, I
DeMar
don't think
DeRozan.
DeRozan, yeah.
Yeah, like, cause like, what are we
And call it a
doing?
day.
Yeah, cause I'm
Yeah.
like Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland
Yeah.
trying to make moves though. If you really think about it, they got Dennis
They
Schroeder.
trying. They could try whatever they want, but then like I said, like it's the Knicks.
They like the hottest. They like one of the hottest teams right now. Well, I mean, the Knicks won six straight, but like the Cavaliers is up there too. They just had a streak as well.
Yeah, but I'm sleeping on the
They got
Cavs.
their whole entire team back. We talked about this. We
I
talked
know.
about this.
Yeah, I know. But
They got their
like I
whole
said,
entire team back at 100%. They're
I'm sorry. I
streaking
just
now.
don't believe in them. I just don't believe.
So they're selling his second round.
They're like the Dallas Cowboys to me. Like they always gonna find a way to fail.
Yeah.
They always find a way. I don't believe in Donovan Mitchell. I don't listen. I don't even know why Coco Jones believes in this nigga.
Yeah, we not gonna have you go back
Like
again.
I don't even know why. Like you were up and married the dude, so you had like utmost faith in him. I don't know why. He can't even get a chip, and you out
They
here trying to marry him. Like I don't
but
know. I just don't understand it.
and what's going on in Orlando? Like we've been talking about Orlando for 3 years that they gonna
Oh
take
yeah,
that
Orlando.
step, and
Yeah,
they just haven't taken it. Like what is
yeah.
going
They're
on in
just
Orlando?
there. I was like, all right, you gonna have to make moves over there. I was
Orlando,
like,
I feel like okay. I feel like the
cause
team
You got Bane there. You made the move to get Bane.
who
So it's like, all right,
and y'all gave him an extension
yeah. So what are we doing?
for 5 years. So
So are we
you
moving Paulo? Are we?
why Wagner?
Yeah,
I thought Orlando should have got Trey Young. That I was telling. Remember, I was talking about that the whole
yeah.
summer.
Uh-huh.
They need a point guard.
Yeah,
No disrespect to Jalen Suggs. He is a great player, great defender, but he is
yeah,
not a point guard for you to win a championship. He's not.
yeah.
He's not that guy to do that.
Yeah, because Jalen Suggs
He's a
doesn't make
backup.
everyone better.
You need Trey Young.
Like, yeah. Trey can do that.
If Rondo was still
Trey's gonna
playing
give you 20 and
basketball,
10.
if Rondo was still playing basketball, you need a Rondo. You have two
Yeah,
wings. You have two wings who like to score. You gotta have somebody get them right, get organize them.
Yeah, Trey
Tr-
Young is
Trey Young would have been the perfect piece.
Trey Young is basically like our hybrid guards that are available that you can go get and like can get
Yeah,
people keep and get people
yeah,
open
Orlando.
shots
That's what I'm
and
saying.
he can still get his. So it's like, yeah, I was surprised. That's why I was like,
I
him
was
going to
surprised.
Washington. I was like,
I
what are we doing?
I was like Orlando. I was like Orlando, and then I said Milwaukee was another team that should have tried to get him.
Yeah,
Cause I'm like, you waive Dame, you still got Giannis, so
yeah,
so what are we doing?
yeah,
You could have low key did Dame for Trey Young,
yeah, pretty much.
and then Dame would probably get a buyout and then go to Portland,
Go to
obviously.
Portland. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could have did that. Yeah,
yeah. I was like, yeah, that's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was talking to this girl on Saturday. She got me so
yeah.
mad because she said she's a diehard basketball fan and she's from DC and she didn't know that Trey Young was on the freaking Wizards.
Pack up.
I was looking at her like,
Is this the
what?
same girl you was telling me about?
No, no, that's another one.
Oh, I was about to say.
No,
I
that's
was
another
about to
one.
flame her.
She literally. I was talking to her. That's why I walked away from her.
Hmm.
She was a red flag. She was a red flag. That's why I walked away
Definitely
from her.
red flag.
Cause I'm like, you say you a diehard basketball fan? You got league pass, watch basketball every day, and you said that you didn't know Trey Young was on the Wizards,
Yeah.
and you live in DC. Like what?
Yeah, he ain't not talking about no Alex Saw, Bilal,
She ain't know none
not
of those people were.
cooked ass Chris Middleton.
She's like, I'm not. She's like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not checking for the Wizards.
So
Like I
why you
understand.
even say that in the first
That's what I'm
place?
saying. You say you're a basketball fan. This is your city. Like you don't have to be a fan of the Wizards, but you know what's going on.
Yeah,
It's like you from New York, but you're not a Knicks fan, but you know what's going on with the
yeah,
Knicks.
for
It's your
sure.
city.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. I was looking at her like weird, like what? How you don't know about? I was like, whatever. And then she didn't know that she thought Randall was still in the Knicks. I was like, you're not a basketball
Oh,
fan.
it's over.
I was
It's
like, I
over.
said the Knicks got cat. I said cats on the Knicks. She said Karl Anthony Towns. I was like, yeah, he's on the Knicks. Ooh. She was like, ooh. She said with Brunson. I was like, yeah. She said that. She said that could be a ring. I was like,
Well,
ah,
we'll
you.
see.
I was like, you doing too much. I just looked at her like you doing too much. And then I ain't gonna lie, I was really mad when she didn't know how to do the electric slide.
Damn.
You know me. You know me. If you don't know how to do an electric slide at a party, I'll look at you weird.
Yeah, that's a staple.
She ain't know how to do the electric slide in the other one when the other song slide to the right, slide
Yeah.
to the right, slide to the
Oh
left,
yeah, you gotta pack up.
right kick, left foot, let turn with it, right kick, left foot, then turn with. Come
But the
on,
song is telling you what
fans,
to do.
come
You
on,
just need to follow the
flex,
song.
back it up, back it up. That's it. Like, come on, that song is like, come on, everybody
But
should
it's
do that.
telling you what to do and you still can't do it. It's like,
I was trying to teach her how to do it. She was like, I don't got no rhythm. I'm like, okay. You just said that you just said that you Colombian and you and rhythm is in your blood. I was like, come on. I left her.
next.
I was like, come on.
Should be like next.
I was so disappointed. I just walked away. I was like, come on,
Pack her up.
everybody knows a slide to the right, slide to the left,
Just pack her up.
left foot, now turn with it, right foot, left foot, now turn. Come on, flex, flex,
Disgrace.
back it up. Like, come on, that
In
song is
Black
fire.
History Month and you out here failing.
That's a fact. You talk about you love African. You
Failing.
talk about you love African American culture and didn't know how to do an electric slide. Come on,
Failure.
son.
Failure.
I don't know. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Cause she was like, oh, I'm a fan of African American culture. I'm a diehard basketball fan. I was like, she failed every single test that was thrown. Like even her friends looked at her like, you don't know how to do this? No.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
but
probably don't even know about the museum in DC.
she said she never went.
Yeah, it's over.
I was like, damn,
Yeah, it's over.
damn.
Pack it
Shout out to
up.
DC. Shout out to DC.
Yeah,
Shout out to Florida Avenue Grill.
yeah, I have to go there. I have to officially
Yes.
go there.
Yes.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
get there
have to
early
make a
though.
way.
You can't I know
Yeah,
they close at
facts.
4, don't you can't get there at 3. Cause
Nah, we gotta
they
get there
go
when the doors open, basically.
8 o'clock. We could get there at 11 because I don't want breakfast.
Yeah, I don't want breakfast either,
Because
so 11.
I'm not paying all that for breakfast.
Yeah, so
I could
yeah.
go to IHOP for that. Like,
All right, yeah, so yeah,
yeah, you gotta
11.
get the chicken with the mac, collard
Yeah, I mean,
greens.
like I said, I always heard good things about it, feel me?
They biscuits
So,
is
like, I
trash
wanted,
though.
oh, damn.
They biscuits is trash. They homemade though, but they trash.
Damn.
But they cornbread is fire. You like cornbread?
Yeah.
They cornbread is fucking fire.
Yeah, I love cornbread. Yeah,
They
for
they
sure.
cornbread is fire, but they biscuits is trash.
Damn.
No disrespect to they biscuits, but them shits is trash.
God damn.
They bad dry.
Back it up.
Yeah, because I remember I was texting you about Shorty, my encounter with Shorty. I was like, I'm at Florida Avenue Grill right now.
My son.
No, we ain't
My
talking about
son
it.
up to no good. In them DC streets.
I love DC. I love DC,
I
man.
know you do.
I love
You
DC.
be going there like every other month.
Low key might go back again in March.
I'm shit. I'm with it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If this fashion week shit don't jump off like how I wanted to jump off, we low key could go. We low key could go next week.
I'm with it. I told you.
Yeah, because you
I
off,
told
right?
you I'm free.
And then there's
Yeah.
no school. And then there's no. And then no, wait, hold on. Because I was gonna think. I think no, because I don't have work. I don't know the schedule because I know the President's Day and all that's coming up. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, just let me
Yeah,
know.
yeah, we'll talk about it. You know, we could do Florida Avenue Grill, do our original content.
I mean, like I said, we could just do it I mean, DC could just you can go there just for the day.
Nah,
Yeah.
I got lazy syndrome. I can't do that.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
sleep there
He said I
and
gotta
then
sleep.
leave.
Yeah. Oh my God. I
Cause
mean, yeah.
it's too much traffic in DC just to go there for a day. Like no matter where you go, shit gonna be traffic driving if you get on the bus. Shit gonna be traffic on the Amtrak. The Amtrak be stopping in Philly for like an hour.
True. True.
Yeah, unless you fly. But then it's like you gonna be there for a day and then fly back in the same day. This ain't the NBA. We ain't got it like that.
Not yet. Not yet. Not
But
yet.
you, this ain't the NBA. We ain't got it like that.
I mean, yeah. True. True. True.
Now I like
True.
DC though. You know DC, aka Chocolate City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the since we talk about DC, you know, shout out to UDC. One of the
Yeah.
first I think one of the first black coaches in basketball was the coach at UDC. You
Yes,
know, I
sir.
got let me fact check that.
And like I said, you got Howard.
Howard, HBC, like we can even go outside of DC. We could talk about Bowie State.
Yeah, Bowie.
We can go Bowie State. Yep. We could do Bowie State or Bowie State. Oh, the girl corrected me when I went to the beard event. She says Bowie, not Bowie State, not Bowie State. So you got
Oh,
Bowie State, you got Howard, you got
yeah.
UDC, University of DC. That's also a HBCU.
Yeah.
You got you go to Baltimore, you got Coppin State, you got Morgan State.
Yep.
Black excellence,
For
DC,
sure.
DC,
Those are
DMV. Yeah.
staples.
Yeah, so DC, that's a staple. So what are your we might as well do it. What are your top five black cities? I
Um,
got you got
I gotta go. Well, I always have to go. I gotta go with Houston.
okay.
I gotta go with Houston. I gotta go
Houston.
H-Town. Um, I I can't say Atlanta because Atlanta just pissed me off.
Why? Because of the prices.
Yeah.
I
Atlanta
outside
pissed me
I
off.
would say
Outside the pricing,
outside of
yes.
the prices, Atlanta got to get their flowers because you got to think
Yes,
about it.
Atlanta.
Because you got to think about you got MLK,
Yeah, you
Deion
do. Yeah.
Sanders. Everybody moved down there for wealth. You had LaFace Records. Like Atlanta
Hmm.
was doing a thing, so you got to push. You got to.
Yeah. Outside the pricing, you're gonna have to put Atlanta there. Atlanta, Houston. Uh, I guess you gotta go. Hmm. I guess you gotta go New Orleans. You gotta go over there.
Mm, okay,
You gotta bring me down there.
Okay.
you gotta show them love over there for sure.
DC,
Um, DC, DC
Chocolate
is there.
City,
Yeah, DC is there.
Philly.
Uh, and
You went. Okay.
I wouldn't put that in there.
What about Detroit?
Oh yeah, the D.
You gotta
Yeah,
think
of
about it.
course.
You gotta think about a Motown. You gotta think about a Motown. You
Yeah,
think about like the influence that Detroit had on culture.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got you got to throw Motown up there. So you
yeah,
got so Detroit's always gonna be like
yeah. Detroit.
yeah, I
Yeah,
say that
you know what? I
Chicago.
have to put that on my list there to go. I never went to Detroit.
I have family in Detroit. That's
I'm
that
gonna go there.
uh, it's interesting over there. We just have to be in the right parts.
Oh
You
yeah,
make
definitely, definitely, definitely.
you make a left turn.
Yeah,
I ain't try
I know Detroit different.
I ain't trying to get my chain snatched.
Yeah, man. I mean, they wear buffs. They call the Cartiers buffs out there.
Yeah,
So
I'm not trying to get my chain snatched. I ain't trying to hear what up though. Shout out to Detroit. I like Detroit though. Shout out to
nah,
Detroit.
for sure. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, DC, Atlanta, Houston, Detroit
LA.
for black, like Black City.
Well, I understand because like it's really Compton because Compton is his own city. Watts is his
Yeah,
own city. Watts is his own city. Yeah, yeah, yeah. LA City is not really like
yeah.
100%
That
black.
don't
Yeah,
give
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like if you go to Watts, it's like that.
yeah,
You go to Compton, it's like that.
yeah.
You go to Inglewood, it's like that.
Right. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those places. Yeah, you can
But
get
it's
that.
not,
But
but not LA City.
yeah, it's
I
not.
get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's not there.
Yeah, I
It's
get what
not
you're saying. Yeah.
there.
I would just say New York. I would say New York. I say New York, Atlanta.
I was trying to go past New York because like we live in New York, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like
I was gonna say New York, Atlanta, DC, um, Detroit, and hmm.
I mean Charlotte had it for a little time too.
Yeah, but it's like real small, like their black sections. It's like real
Yeah.
small. Like influential because like even if you look
Yeah.
at all of the influential people from Charlotte like Jodeci, they're from Charlotte
Yeah.
but they went to New York to get their record
Yeah.
deal, and
Yeah.
then when they first came out they was New York
Yeah.
influenced. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We're intent. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why I can't say like even J Cole is from Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Yeah.
but went to New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to say New York, Houston,
I'm gonna throw Philly. I'm gonna throw Philly in there
Philly.
because you gotta think about like the music. You
Yeah,
got
if you go on music, yeah,
yeah,
I was just for me like when even
like
when
in
during
the
my times
slang.
going to Philly, it's like I never got that feeling
Yeah,
like
yeah, because you gotta think about you gotta think about the slang. You gotta think about the culture like Will Smith,
yeah,
Philadelphia, Boys to Men, Philadelphia.
yeah,
You got Jill Scott. You got the Roots.
yeah. It's culture there. Yeah, the culture's
Teddy
there.
Pendergrass, Kevin Hart. Like they doing it big out there in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
I would say Philly. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to Philly.
yeah.
I'll give
So
it to
like
Philly. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
If you're talking about the culture, yes,
Yeah, but let's wrap up on this we since we talking about top fives and top fours. Let's talk about in the culture in terms of shoes, sneakers. What are your top five or Mount Rushmore of sneakers in the black culture?
we got oh the man right behind me.
But what's the type of shoe?
well for me it gotta be the ones. For
Which
me it's the
ones?
ones.
The Breads,
The
the
night well it's in
Chicago,
1985, so
Chicago or the
well, yeah,
Breads?
Chicago ones. Yeah,
Chicago's okay, yeah, I like
yeah.
that.
So I got the Chicago ones. Um I gotta go with the Bread 11s.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I got those. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, 'cause I'm usually a ones, 11s guy.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know you. They don't know you,
Oh,
so yeah.
then I got the threes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I
ones?
got the black cements.
Okay, I agree
Black
with that.
cements.
I agree with that.
So I go with that one.
So
Um,
you just doing
yeah, ones,
Jordan?
11s, and threes. Yeah, I would say yeah, it's Jordan for me. Like
Just
that's why I said
Jordans?
like
Okay.
it's Jordan for me. I'm not wearing anything else
Okay,
really
I would
other
say
than Kobe's. But
yeah.
that's about
Yeah.
it for me.
Okay, all right, so mine's okay, I'm gonna say the shell toe Adidas by Run DMC. Run DMC, well,
Hmm.
not by Run DMC, but Run DMC with the shell toe Adidas. They basically, you know, was the first influential people of our culture that made a product worldwide. You know,
Yeah.
my Adidas, everybody was wearing shell toe Adidas because of Run DMC. So I'm gonna say
Hmm.
shell toe Adidas, the white ones, and then I'm gonna say obviously the Jordan 1 breads because those were the banned Jordans. Remember,
Yeah.
Jordan had to pay a fine every time he wore those.
Mm.
So I'm gonna say the bread ones, and then I'm gonna say the Concord 11s because
Mm.
that sneaker changed the game. That sneaker changed the game. Like ooh,
Yeah.
like patent leather. Like Michael Jordan was getting fined wearing those too,
Yeah.
because no one ever saw no shoe like that before.
Facts.
You could argue that's the greatest shoe ever. You can argue that. I don't know what it is, but you can argue that's the greatest shoe ever.
Definitely can.
And then
Definitely can argue with.
my last pick, all white Uptowns, all white Air Force Ones.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
Yeah,
that.
like
Yeah.
those are never going out of style. Like those are never going out of style. And like no matter what city you go to, that shoe is a staple in it.
Hell yeah.
In New York, they call them Uptowns. You go to
Facts.
Chicago, they call them G Fazos. You go to
Word.
Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, they call them G Nikes. So it's
Facts.
like no matter where you go, no matter what city you in the black community, they're gonna wear those shoes. Except if you're in DC or Baltimore, they wear New Balance. But like other than those
Yeah.
cities,
I mean, but hey, New Balance is coming back though.
yeah. Well, it never went no. Don't tell nobody in DC that they'll say it never went nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go to the club in DC, that's what they wearing.
Oh yeah, they love New Balance.
In DC and Baltimore, people be fighting over that. We started. Shout out to Shay. Shay comes on next week.
Oh yeah, for
we gonna
sure.
amp
Can't
her
wait
up.
for that.
We gonna amp her up.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Cause
I
she
can't
gonna
wait for that.
cause she like in her mind like she will argue with you for hours about that. She's like, we started it in Baltimore. DC niggas is lying. We started that. I was wearing that shit to school.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her talk her shit.
Cause she was like we was in I think RIP Atmos in Harlem. We was in Atmos in Harlem one
Yeah.
time, and then we was like and I was like saying New Balance, and I was like asking her, I was like, oh, so who started it? She went on a whole rant. She's like, I was wearing that to school. I don't know what these fucking DC niggas is talking about.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
so she so and then my cousin Terry, he from DC, and
Hmm.
he does security at all the clubs in DC, but he'll tell me the same thing. He'll be like, nah, we started that, Joe. We started that, Joe. He said, I don't know, them Baltimore niggas is lying, Joe. We started that, Joe. She said, look at my feet, Joe. Look at my feet, Joe. Look what I got on, Joe.
I ain't gonna lie, that whole lingo, I could never take them serious.
What DC?
Yeah, DC, Baton Rouge.
Man.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, they're funny. I like the lingo, but it's just funny. I just can't take you serious.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm gonna
met a
get
girl.
shot down there because I
Yeah,
won't take them serious.
facts. That's a fact. I'm definitely. They call in Baton Rouge. They call guns dicks.
That's why I can't take them serious.
In Louisiana they call guns dicks. Cause I remember remember Mystical when he said
Yeah,
I pulled up to the club with my dick in my hand.
yeah.
He wasn't talking
I
about
know everybody thinking that
he was talking about a
like
gun.
yeah, yeah. They would think like literally, but nah, it wasn't. Like
He
he was
was talking
talking
about a
about his
gun.
gun.
So it's like I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm laughing. I'm gonna say pause and he probably gonna pop me.
Pause,
What you mean?
man.
What you? Nah, that's New Orleans. That's baby. They say baby in New Orleans. Baby.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah, they say baby for everything. What's up, baby? How you, baby?
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Baton Rouge say man. Hey
Yes,
man. Got me fucked up, man.
that's a fact.
Yeah, but
Like, what's going on? But nah,
yeah,
it's funny though.
yeah. Boy, I feel like the best accents, the best black accents, New York, obviously.
Facts.
Baltimore or Baltimore. Or
Chew.
Baltimore, New Orleans. I like LA. I like the LA accent. Mark ass Buster.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah.
I like the LA. I like the LA lingo. And hmm. Do I like Detroit? What up though? Mm. I say Chicago. Oh, phone them. Phone them.
Phone them.
Phone them.
I like it. I like the you got it. I fuck with the rap. Yeah.
Buddy, is you cool? That's how Chicago. Buddy, is you cool?
Yeah. Yeah, they funny, but I like but them like I'm aware. Like I'm
Under
aware. If I ever go to Chicago, I'm like I'm gonna be on 10.
um underrated honorable mention. I'm gonna say Memphis. Herman.
Yeah. Yeah, but I ain't
Herman.
going over there though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. But we talked about this last episode, but we talk about it again. The Super Bowl is coming up this week, and we're gonna talk about it again next episode as well.
Yeah.
Um, we got the Patriots versus Seahawks. You
Mm-hmm.
picked the Seahawks. You picked the Seahawks to get their lick back,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I picked the Seahawks as well. I picked the Seahawks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have a wager, so we might as well say it now. You make up a wager that one of us has to do, if in terms of our
We
record.
we both picked. We
No, I'm
both
talking about, but our record's on the line.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean uh I don't know.
Nothing crazy. I'm not cutting my hair.
Nah, not I wouldn't tell you to do that.
I would, but I'm like, yo, I was struggling for like a year when I first got braids, nigga. I got my shit down to my neck, nigga. Let me
Nah.
rock.
No, you have to take a picture in a suit with shoes because I know you hate shoes.
I got pictures like that. I could do that. I've done it before. I'm gonna look
You
crazy.
don't like doing it.
I don't. I don't. I
That's why
don't.
I put something that you don't like. So you have
Loafers.
no, you have to go to an event with your shoes, with shoes
Oh
on.
Lord. Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Ugh.
Yeah, with shoes
Ugh.
on.
Ugh. All
Yeah.
right. You gotta buy a Rudy
Dress
Gobert
shoes.
jersey. You gotta wear a Rudy Gobert jersey.
The fuck? Yeah, what the a Gourmet J?
You
Yo.
gotta go to the NBA store and put on a Gobert jersey.
They even have that in the store?
They do.
Oh,
They do.
it has to be discounted.
If they have a Zachary Ricochet jersey, they have a Gobert jersey. They might not have a Zachary Ricochet jersey. What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
Nah, man. Nah, that's crazy. All right.
No,
Nah, I'll do
no,
it.
no, 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 no. We could do something that it's entertaining. Because I know how much you don't like Rudy
I really
Gobert.
don't like Rudy
I-
Gobert. I
if I
really
would have
don't.
said Angel Reese, you would have ended the episode.
Yeah, them damn me bounds.
Shout out to
Uh,
Caitlin Clark though, but Caitlin Clark was great on NBC on Sunday. She was
yeah,
great.
I like her on there.
And
I
she
know
beat
she
Jamal
felt the way
Crawford.
when Richie Miller was like, "Yo, you remind me of Payne Pritchard."
I was I would have
Yo,
Mello cleaned it up though. He said, "No, you like Luca."
yeah.
She gonna quit. She gonna quit on her first day.
Facts, yo. I was like, yo, why Reggie flamed her like that? I was like, yo, what? And people really trying to like say like, yo, like Payne Pritchard's nice or whatever. I'm like,
Caitlin
I'm not
Clark is
saying that he's
pulling from the logo.
not yeah, yeah, but Caitlyn is like one of the best
She
players
beat
in
Jamal Crawford in the shooting contest.
yeah. Yeah, Payne Pritchard's cool and all that, but he ain't on that level.
Caitlin Clark is getting triple doubles.
Yeah, yeah, we listen, Caitlin Clark is the reason they might get a deal.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
And
if
Paige
they
Beckers
was
too. And Paige Beckers.
Paige Beckers, like she's the reason why they might get a
Yeah.
CBA deal done.
Nafisa Collier is like the best player in the league and nobody really knows who she is.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. They coming to see
People know
Caitlin
who
Clark.
Stewie is. People know who Stewie is. People know who Asia Wilson is. But Collier, a lot of people don't know her.
Nah, and she look good too. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. And she came off of having birth. It came off having birth and still was killing. So
Mm-hmm.
she's great. Yeah, she's great. great. She's another iconic black woman as well.
for sure.
I give a shout out to all of the WNBA players who give birth and come back killing. Candace Parker did that.
Candace Parker.
He did that after her rookie year. Came back
Yeah.
after the baby and was killing.
Yeah, I'm just still mad that she got pregnant by Sheldon. Like you could like come on.
Black History Month GOAT, Sheldon Williams.
Williams. Yo, what? What?
He
Like I
got
had
Candace Parker, bro.
yo that
Bro, he overcame obstacles.
I know, but I was like, yo, what is wrong with you, Candace?
Like, you gotta think about it. Sheldon Williams had a hell of a life.
I
That nigga,
know. That's
he
his highlight.
bro, he's a top five pick.
Yeah.
He got Candace Parker, and he getting support, and he's getting
Yeah. Yeah, he
marriage
getting child
support from his,
support.
yeah,
Yeah.
he getting child support.
Got
Goat,
child support.
goat,
Got
goat,
child support.
goat.
Yeah. That's what
Sheldon
I said.
Williams,
That's a fact.
goat,
That's definitely a fact. I'm
iconic.
just mad because like I had a crush on CP.
Everybody
So
did.
it's
Everybody
like,
did since she was
yo,
in high school. Everybody did.
yeah, yo. Man, you
Yeah,
pick
but
him.
so wager would be me wearing shoes at an event.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, there's another beers
Yeah.
event in March, so we gotta see,
Yep.
we gotta do the mathematics and add our records up because I gotta add the records up and then I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, yeah. We add him up, add him
Yeah,
up,
I'm
add
gonna
him
add them
up.
up. I'm add them up. I'm add them up after this episode. So let's wrapping up here.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the common theme. Valentine's Day is also in February, so let's talk about modern relationships. What are your view on modern relationships?
Oh, I was about to say, but I was about to start with Valentine. I was like, that shit is just a setup just to get niggas to pay money. So
That's
I
a
just
fact.
I'm just keeping it
Valentine's Day is a
real.
scam.
It's a setup. It's a setup. If a girl really rocking with you, feel me, she's not gonna want you to like do something exactly on Valentine's Day because you know they be wilding on the prices for everything on Valentine's Day. You could do something like 2 days after Valentine's Day if you're gonna do something, whatever the case may be.
I
Feel
feel
me?
like, but I also feel like if a girl wants you to spend a bag on her, she's not really the girl for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If
like
she,
if she got to
yeah,
spend, cause dudes with no money be having girlfriends.
that's a fact.
Bums be having girlfriends.
That's a fact. My
Yeah,
ass single.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, if a girl like you, you really don't have to do a lot.
Nah, you don't. You
Because I
don't.
feel like, because this is my theory on this. I feel like the reason why she wants all this stuff from you because she needs a reason to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not enough for her.
Yes. Right.
So you gotta buy her this, buy her that, take her
Yeah,
here, do
yeah,
this, do
yeah. For me
that.
to come out my house, like if the reason for you to come out the house isn't just for me, it's because we're going to town. That's why you want to come out your
Bow,
house. Yeah,
bow,
there's a
bow,
problem.
bow, bow. That was a shot.
It's a problem. It's a problem. That's a red flag. So obviously you don't think of me enough. Feel
Yeah.
me? If you can't go with me to like a nice, affordable spot, feel me, where we could actually enjoy ourselves. I'm saying like we're gonna plan. Obviously, as a man, you're gonna plan it out and thoughtfully, or whatever the case may be. So you know it fits for you and your lady, or whatever the case may be. But if it's affordable, feel me, and you getting the experience to get to know the person, because that's what the whole thing is about dates is for you to get to know the person. Feel me? So that's the main objective in
Max.
every date. So, feel me? Yes, you want to cater to the girl, feel me? Figure out what she likes, what she don't like, or whatever case may be, so you can make the date, best as possible, feel me? But there's no dollar amount that you have to hit, for that to go right. Feel me? You can have a successful date by not spending no money, just actually go in the park,
Go
feel me?
to
Just
go to the
spend,
library.
yeah, library,
Take
yeah,
free yoga. They got free yoga classes at Central
yoga,
Park.
feel me like that,
Yoga,
yeah.
yoga is Central Park.
Yeah, so like anything could be a date or whatever case may be. It's just being thoughtful and just figuring out what she likes.
That's a
Feel me?
fact.
Because if what she likes is just shopping, she don't really got nothing to offer. Like
Yeah.
all she gotta do is shopping. Like yeah, she
But
ain't got nothing
also,
to offer.
but it's also like you can also look at it on our side. I feel like
Yeah.
if you're just if you just with a girl to just hit, and like nothing else really like inspires
Yeah,
you to be with her, then she ain't the girl for you. Because it's like
yeah,
I feel like if you actually really like a girl or really love a
yeah.
girl or have feelings for a girl, you know, other things that she does can stimulate your mind besides, going inside of her or,
Right. Yeah,
going on
cause
top of
like
her,
yeah, cause when I
hitting it from the
like
back.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Cause like when I yeah,
I'm trying to get my ratings up.
shit. Oh, I'm still sick, nigga. God
I'm
damn.
trying to get my ratings up.
God damn. Yeah, yes. Oh
We trying to
God.
try to get our ratings up.
I need some water. Oh my God, I lost a train of thought. You out here talking about back shots and shit.
I'm just saying if that's the only thing that you're looking forward to with a girl, then she's not your girl.
Nah,
I
she
feel like
just
I feel like relationships.
that's just a CO, and just for everybody, a CO means come on.
Come on,
Yeah,
come on, and go about your business.
yeah.
Let you
So if you
analyze
hear
that.
us saying CO, that is basically me just
Yeah,
that's just a come on.
I
You
feel
know,
like
feel me?
I feel like a lot of people. I feel like in relationships, a lot of people force it as well because I feel
Yeah,
like you come to the table, right? You come to the table, right? And you have your non-negotiables and you have whatever that what you want, what you like, what you're interested in. And I feel like if you have to compromise that's you struck out already on both
yeah.
sides. Because
Mm-hmm.
look, I don't agree with it. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't agree with it. I don't really care. I feel like when it comes to women, if you can find a man that's willing to pay all your bills and do all of that, do that.
Yeah.
The problem is those men don't want you, but that's another conversation for another time. Those men don't want you because if that was the case, you wouldn't be on the internet complaining about it
Yeah.
because he would already be there. But
Yeah, because I feel like men that are at that level, and um I have a lot of people that I have no close no relationships with that are at that level, feel me, that they can do that. Like, like the level or the work that you had to do with yourself just to get to that level, you're not gonna want a partner that is just there for what you can do.
yeah,
You're gonna want a partner that is gonna be able to take you to another level. Feel me? So it's like they're not gonna go for those type of females that is just money hungry or like they
because
just
most of those girls they leave you once you lose everything.
exactly,
Think
and they
about
know
it.
that.
Yeah, all those girls when they're only there for the money, once you
Yeah,
lose everything, they leave you. They're not
yeah,
staying with you. They're going on to the
exactly,
next. They going on to the next dude or the next
exactly,
trick. That's
exactly.
what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's like yeah, so like people that can make that type of money, like I said, I've been around, been able to be around those type of people. So it's like the women that's by their side, like they contribute to that, to their
Yeah.
success. They're
Yeah.
not just having a girl there just because she look good or just be like a trophy wife. A lot of women just want to be trophy wife. They just don't want to.
I
They
feel
don't want to
like
do nothing.
women are easily influenced, and and a
Yes,
lot of them are like followers because
very much followers.
you have to look at the times. We're in the times of the reality show. You know,
Yeah,
Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Real Housewives. Atlanta, Potomac, all of those shows.
yeah.
We're Basketball Wives.
Zeus Network.
Zeus, Oxygen when Oxygen was going on with Bad Girls Club. Not really Bad
Yeah,
Girls Club. Zeus, yeah. I would say lifestyle because baddies they don't really. It's not really a lifestyle show. They just fight.
yeah.
Like yeah, like the other shows, it's like a lifestyle show. It's like think about it. Your
Mm-hmm.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. They always going to St. Bart's. Or they always on a yacht. They always eating during the day. They had a fancy restaurant. They all got rich husbands.
Yeah.
Most of them ain't doing nothing.
No, they're not. They're
So
not.
just
They're
so
just
just
complaining.
think if you see a girl, a 15-year-old girl, who wants to live that lifestyle. She's like, oh, all I got to do is get a rich husband.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're influenced by that.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like we're not, and it also comes back down to parenting too. So it's like trying to instill morals in it and like what basically to look for in a partner. Feel me? Obviously, yes, you got to have finances. Like I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be broke. You can't. We both can't be broke. Feel me? You
Hey,
know,
but if the love is there, she gonna be with you forever.
exactly, exactly.
No
So
matter
like, I'm not
what,
saying
we gonna
I'm
get it
not saying
together. I feel like they're gonna get it
yes,
together. I feel like they're gonna get it together.
yes,
They're not going.
yes,
They're not going like want you to do it. Cause I remember there was an episode of Pop the Balloon where the girl was like, "Oh, whatever you have should overflow and protect, cover both of us. Why I gotta bring something?"
yeah, yeah. I once
And
once a
that
girl
woman
says
was like
like once
40
a girl
plus saying,
says
"Yeah,
I'm the table, whatever, like it's just time for you to go.
block."
It's time for you to go. If she said I'm the table or
That's
I'm
the
stepping in,
equivalent.
I'm stepping into like my what's the girls be saying? What they soft girl era or whatever. Like if they called
Red
soft
flag.
girl an era or whatever and they step into it, like just leave them alone.
I am the table is the equivalent to James Harden saying I am the system. What has that bought? No rings.
Nothing, nothing,
No
nothing,
rings. And that's the same
nothing,
thing with most of these girls. What has that bought you? No rings.
nothing, nothing. Yeah,
So y'all
yeah,
basically James Harden of dating.
exactly. So it's like you
Shout out to
basically it
James
takes
Harden though.
relationships, it takes teamwork. It takes teamwork to make the dream work for
And
sure.
then
So
and
it's
then
like
and then these girls like, oh, she's a pick me. Okay, but she gonna get picked.
for sure, for
You
sure.
know, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels said a lot. A lot of women
Yeah.
were mad about it.
RIP. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he was telling them the truth and not sugarcoating shit.
yeah.
Like you gotta
What he
tell them
said, get a dog and die alone.
dialogue.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, because like a lot of people have a a delusion on what they are in the dating market. Feel me? So it's like
Society gas everybody's head up. You know,
yeah.
this
And
whole
then and then
this
and then also having friends around you. Like if you don't have the right friend group around you, you could end up still single like that
you can end
because of
up
that.
dead with the wrong friend group. Friend group,
That's true.
the wrong friend group can mess your life up. Cause they
Exactly.
always say hurt people like single people keeps people single. Broke people keep broke people broke. So it's
Yeah.
like they always say you have to have people around you that are smarter than you that can drop gems
Exactly.
around you.
Exactly.
Everybody can't be on the same level because we ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be with somebody that knows how to do something better than you or can teach you something, whatever
Exactly.
case may be. Like it has to be on reciprocity. Like you have to be able to
Ooh,
like
big
basically
words.
yeah, oh, I guess so. I
Ooh,
guess so.
big words.
I guess so. I guess so.
Ooh.
I guess so. The Benadryl's kicking in. So it's like basically you have to have, people that is pouring into you. So it's like and you pour into them. I feel like in a relationship, your main focus is to make that person better and then vice versa. Like yeah, if that's the thing, like your main thing is to make that person life is better for both of y'all, yeah, so y'all gonna work for sure.
We supposed to elevate each other. We supposed to elevate
Exactly.
each
If
other.
you have that mind frame that like, yo, I'm gonna do the best for her, and if she has that same mind frame, like I'm gonna do the best for him, I feel like you're gonna get through anything in your relationship for sure.
Yeah,
But we just don't see that.
because
We see transactional, we see
everybody forces
transactional
everything.
relationships.
Everybody forces everything because they want something.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
compromise who they are in order to have a lifestyle or have a certain status. Like
Yeah. Could be look on Instagram and everybody wants to get the
everybody
great
want to be a
photo
baller.
op. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Everybody
So
want to
it's
be a baller. Every dude wants to be a baller, and every girl wants to be a baddie.
yeah, dude be capping on the gram or whatever case you need, but then be asking people for dollars. I was like come on, like what you would just post a lamb. You had a
Yeah,
Lambo on the gram, but now you asking for money.
that Lambo is
Like
what 250. It's 250 a day. Nigga, I'm broke. Shit,
like come on.
nigga, I need something to eat.
Yeah,
I
like
was
your
I was
priorities is all
hungry.
messed
I
up.
was hungry in Miami. All my money went to that Lambo.
You see, priorities all
I'm
messed up.
hungry. I was driving around hungry, but I got hoes though.
So, yeah, yeah,
Oh
true,
yeah,
true,
when I'm
true.
not talking about me, I don't even know how to drive. I'm not talking about me,
That's a
but
fact. Anywhere we go, yeah, he's not driving. You
yeah,
know.
I'm just saying like dudes would be hungry. Dudes would eat
Yeah,
ramen noodles. People eat ramen noodles and all that just to ride around Ocean Drive with the Lambo to
yeah,
pick up girls that you never gonna see again.
yeah. I mean, I seen that. I seen people buy designer. Feel me, and get dubbed by a girl that's in $10 leggings. Feel me. So it's
That
like,
happens a lot. Like I
feel me.
said,
So,
if a girl really like you, you don't have to do a lot
nah,
because she
and
likes
that's what you have to
you.
realize.
She
Yeah, you have
likes
to
you for
real.
being yourself, or she don't. Yeah, so I feel like
You have to. I feel like as men, we just have to value
us
ourselves,
ourselves
value
value
ourselves,
ourselves,
and then you
and
have to
we
set a standard for yourself.
and don't
Feel
care about
me?
opinions
Yeah,
because
and you
everything
set the tone.
because a lot of these women today they'll say, "Oh, I want a man that does this. I want a man who has this, a man who has this," but she don't got that. And
Exactly.
then also and then also you just stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself because when you put on a front, put on a facade, eventually it's gonna get exposed. When you
Exactly.
cover up a hole, eventually that hole is gonna get exposed. You know,
Yeah.
you have to be yourself no matter what because like I
Always be
said,
yourself and you don't compromise on your moral,
yeah, because
like,
there's somebody for you. If you have to do
exactly.
if you have to get out of character or change who you are to impress a girl, that girl's not for you. That
Exactly.
she's not for you. Like I see a lot of dudes lose their selves in relationships because
Exactly.
they're putting on the act to impress this girl who does nothing for him but get
Nothing.
his rocks off.
Yeah.
Like
And Billy doing that.
getting your rocks off can last but so long. I
Yeah.
need, in the words of Avery,
More.
I need more. I need more.
You need more.
Yeah, like let's read. Let's talk about a book. Like let's go to a museum. Let's
Yeah.
let's take a cooking class. Let's learn how to do something together. Let's maybe try to start a business. Let's
Yeah.
do something. Like,
Yeah, for sure. It's like I feel like even when like in the last couple of days, like I was like talking about like financial literacy, whatever the case may be, and like girl basically was like, huh? Basically like, huh? Like what? I
for
was
real?
just like smiling, like, yeah. Y'all like, I was like, oh damn, she really ain't on it. Like she not on it. Like she trying to fake it like she know, but she
Yeah,
don't really.
that's like the girl with the basketball thing. Like, come on, I'm a
Yeah,
basketball fan.
yeah,
I'm a basketball fan. Like, I could talk basketball all day. There's people that listen to this show and watch this show, and they be like, "We talk about basketball too much," and they confused.
yeah. Pretty much, yeah,
Yeah,
for
so I'm
sure,
trying to
for
yeah,
sure.
so I'm trying to show
Switch it.
show my versatility. I can shoot
Yeah,
3 pointers too. I just don't want
that's a
to.
fact. That's a fact.
What Jalen Hurts say? Just because we don't do it, don't mean we can't
You
do it.
can't. That's a fact.
I could do it. I just like basketball.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. But like I said, like for me, we just have to stick to what we believe in. Whatever you believe in, like just be yourself and you're gonna be fine. Like don't we need to have basically and I'm working on myself on that is like you have to have discipline,
And
feel me?
patience.
And patience,
Trust the
yeah, for sure.
process. If you believe in the man above, you believe that he only puts stuff in your hands that you can handle at that moment, and when you're ready, he's gonna give you what you're supposed to be on this earth to do,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
And
So
and
you know,
definitely.
so like,
And you just working on yourself.
but
Yeah.
if you don't believe in the man above, you believe that you would say, logically that repetition, practice, you know get your situation better. Like you have to work at it to get
Yeah.
there.
Definitely.
You have to work at it to get there. So
Anything you want in life, you have to work at it.
you have to
So it's
work
like,
at it, you got to get at it. There's some people that don't have to,
yeah.
but those are the rare people.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not a common thing that happens. You know,
Yeah,
you could say, oh well, this person released a sex tape and then turned it into a multi-billion-dollar business.
yeah,
But that's not happening for a lot of people,
exactly,
you know?
exactly. So yeah, you,
Shout out to the Kardashian clan. Shout out to the Jenner
yeah,
Kardashian
right,
brand. You know, they changed. I feel like they changed culture as a whole
yeah,
because before those guys came out, you in order to be considered a celebrity, in order to be considered famous, you had to have some type of talent. You know, you had to
right,
be able to shoot a basketball, throw a football, run track, or sing or dance.
yeah. You actually have to have talent.
Their talent is staying relevant.
Yeah,
Kim Kardashian's talent is staying relevant. Like no matter what she does, she's going to be trending.
right.
You know whether she has the fake marriage to Chris Humphries or you
Mm.
know whether had the thing with Ray J or her relationship
Us.
with Kanye West.
Yeah,
Like she stays relevant. You know, she does things to stay relevant, you know.
yeah,
So, yeah, you got to look at it like that. So,
yeah, and that's what women be following.
but a woman may look at it like, okay, she's a pretty woman. I'm pretty. I could do the same thing. But maybe you can't. Maybe that's not your path. That was her path. But
Yeah,
everybody can't do that. There's so much people that tried to be like her and didn't live up to it. Because you know, it may look easy, but maybe it's not easy because you gotta think about it. She has to keep up her image. She has to have the
all the
perfect
time.
image. She can't be not quote unquote perfect. You know, she got to have the perfect body. She got to always have makeup on. She can't have like a regular day where she walks in a bonnet.
No,
Kim Kardashian always got to be on 100. Her whole family got to be like
exactly.
that.
Hmm.
So
And that's a lot of pressure.
that's the hard work that they
Are
have to
you willing
do.
to do that? Are you, and like that creates anxiety. Like that's,
Anybody could be a freak. Anybody can make a sex tape.
yeah.
Anybody can make that.
But the upkeep for that, yeah. And then like you you gotta look like you balling. You can't be just be wearing some regular stuff. You
You
gotta
know?
be in Dior all the time,
But
Fendi all the time.
you got to have and you have to have reason for people to want to look at you. You know, like look at Casanat.
Right.
Casanat is well, he's not streaming now. He's taking a break. But when
Yeah.
Casanat was streaming, you know how much people stream? You know how much
Yeah.
influence we got in this world? But there's only a select few. You know, you
Yeah.
got Casanat, you got, Talil, you got
Yeah.
Phantom, like all those guys, you know, people say, oh, only thing they do is sit around and do nothing. Well, whatever they're doing, people want to
It's
see it.
working.
People
Yeah,
want to
it's
see it.
working.
Millions of people want to see it. So it's like you just have to find your niche. Like everybody is not you and you're not everybody. You know,
Right.
you have your niche and you're the only person that's in stock in this world of yourself. There's no other person like you. You're the only person that's in stock.
Yeah,
Like you're the only Avery Haley that exists. I'm the only Mikey Crump that exists
exactly.
of this version. And this obviously it might be people that have the same name as you, but you're this person, this chromosome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
and that
person
what
with this
makes
social
you
security
that
number.
that also makes you unique, feel me? So you gotta find your why, you know. Like what,
Your
like once you find
purpose.
your why, yeah, your purpose, feel me, you can go further in life for sure.
That's a fact.
Once you find your purpose of what you want to do and you figure that out, everything else is gonna follow in line, feel me? And like I said, you just have to work on yourself. Like I said, like women always gonna be there. Feel
Yeah.
me? They always gonna be there.
And the right woman is gonna come along.
Exactly. It definitely will. Like once you get yourself right mentally, physically, you know, that right woman is gonna come right through for you. I believe it. So
Facts. And then
like I say, you just got
look at
it takes a process.
yeah,
So
look at LeBron and Savannah. They've been together for 20 plus years.
yeah, for sure.
Steph and Aisha.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Steph Curry is one of the most popular basketball players of all time,
Yeah, for sure.
but he still got his wife by his side. You know, they're
Yeah,
not
for sure.
perfect. They're not perfect,
No,
but they're meant to be.
exactly. So it like I said, it takes time. It takes time. Like I feel like I feel like in our era we kind of like force things.
Yes,
We force relationships or like we have high expectations of people
because of
and
TV
like
and social media.
yeah, higher expectations. I feel for that too. Like you having higher expectations of a person, and then when they don't meet that, then like you're upset, but you're not looking at it in a like a sober like mindset because you already have this high expectation of what this person is, or you already fantasizing on what this is going to be, and then reality hits and it's not that. But if you would came into the situation with a level-headed mind and like just take it day by day, feel me? And you just go by it like the slow process, like taking it day by day, looking at looking at what this person is offering and what this person is telling you, instead of you having these delusional thoughts or whatever
Yeah.
kiss me.
And it's okay to date multiple people. There's no
Yes.
loyalty. There's no loyalty until somebody shows you loyalty.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a fact.
unless it's like college. You know, you go to different colleges, different visits until you actually can commit to that college.
Yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one basket for
Yeah, you
sure.
know,
I feel like,
you might want to go to one school, but then you might visit another school, and that school is way better than the school that you wanted to go to.
yeah, for sure. So like you can't just be bogged down with just one person or whatever case may be. So like you gotta date different people. Feel me?
A commitment is permanent.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're
Before
committed to that
you do
person, you
that.
have to be 100% committed to that person. If not,
Exactly.
if not, it's not gonna work. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's like free agency in the NBA. Like you go to different teams. You know, you see what these teams offer, and can it benefit you or can it elevate you and make you better? It's like when you like a basketball player, like they sign to different teams because you know that team can help them win a championship. They can win a championship with
Right.
this team, or they can get the bag.
Right.
So, and sometimes if you just go to a team to get the bag, most of the time you usually get traded.
Pretty much.
And that's like love. Like if you just go in there for the bag, it's not gonna last. Cause you just going there for the
Yeah.
bag. But if you
Yeah,
go in
it's
there
not
for the
gonna last.
championship,
It's
but if
not.
you're going there for a championship, you're gonna do everything it takes to get that championship.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's worth
didn't
more.
that's why
Yeah.
Michael Jordan didn't want to leave. That's why Michael Jordan didn't want Phil Jackson to leave. He was like, yo, we literally just won 5 championships doing it this way. You know, let's end it when we lose.
Right.
We haven't
Yeah.
lost yet. Michael Jordan is
Right.
still mad about that to this day. He like, yo, we
Dang.
did not lose.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't
If
break
you
it
want
up.
this throne, you gotta take this from me. We
Yeah.
just gave it away.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's like I said, you just have to date. Don't get too attached to one person,
Absolutely not.
feel me? So like I said, like you gotta wait till that person like be like, yo, what are we doing? Or like,
Exactly.
yo,
But
feel me?
if that
And
person
and then
doesn't
if it's
have that
mutual,
conversation,
then you move forward,
if that
feel
person
me?
doesn't have the conversation with you, then that person's not for you. And
Yeah,
it's okay.
exactly. Yeah.
You know, everybody's not gonna be a Prince Charming. Everybody's not gonna be a Princess Diana
Yeah, for sure,
or
for
your
sure.
Cinderella.
I feel like we all have to like go into dating or even just relationships with a more of a sober mind. I feel like
Hmm.
a lot of us, and I fall into it too. Like you could be
I did this
love
weekend.
drunk. You could be love drunk.
I
I
did
call
this
it.
weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Facts.
I did this weekend.
Yeah, yeah. You could be love drunk. Feel
I'm
me?
not going to talk about that yet.
Yeah, nah,
yeah,
you don't got to. You don't got to. But
cuz I'm still talking to that person. I don't know
yeah,
why, but I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
talking to that
I'm
person.
not. Wait, you are? Oh hell no! Oh hell no! I'll pack that bitch up. What's wrong with you?
We'll talk about it off there.
All right, whatever. But as I said, like, feel me, like, you got relationships take work, and it has to be mutual. Feel me, not you being love drunk and thinking that it's something when it's really not. Feel me, because that can
Exactly.
happen. Because like you could have a great time with a person, and you be thinking like, oh, this is gonna like
She's the one.
materialize into something. Then like literally
Or,
2 3 days, and that thing just switches.
or you'd be like, or you'd be like, oh, my mom's is gonna like her.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I was like,
Cause
damn, nigga. After
don't do
after
that.
some after some lamb
Don't be like
chops,
me.
after some lamb
Don't.
chops.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I was bugging. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah, but it happened. That's why. Listen, listen. Avery did that. Hove did that. So you
So
don't
hopefully,
have to do that.
so yeah, I did it too. Well, I
Yes.
ain't never say my mom's gonna like you because my mom's don't really like a lot of people. But
Feel me? So like, I'm just coming from experience with that. So it's like, I understand those that frustration and feel me. And sometimes you might internalize that and you might think that you're not um adequate,
okay,
feel me, which is far from the truth,
okay,
feel me? Because a lot of people um might not fit you, but there's going to be somebody that fits you perfectly, feel me? And you
absolutely.
just have to trust that. And like I said, continually have faith in God, or if you don't, have faith in yourself.
Yeah, yeah, facts,
If you don't
facts,
believe in God, have
definitely.
faith in yourself. And like you have to trust the process, trust what you do. If you keep doing the right things over and over again,
Everything's gonna come along. There,
exactly.
what's the
I
saying?
believe in that.
Play stupid, get stupid rewards.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. You keep on put in maximum effort into everything that you do.
you're gonna get what you want.
Exactly. So
And
you
that's
just gotta put the
why
work in
we're being consistent with the show because we
for
believe
sure.
that we have a voice and we believe that we're a talented duo and that we can do
Exactly.
something special. And then once we get what we need, then we can branch off and do other things and then start putting other people on and then maybe have
Yeah, for sure.
our own production company, and we sign people, to have voices.
Exactly. So
No, it's not a lot
like I
of
said,
black owned production companies. We can have that.
facts. You trying to be that next. So it's like I said, you just gotta put the work in, feel me, have that belief and have that confidence. I feel like a lot of people like we lose our confidence. Confidence could be lost easily, feel me, but we just have to have that belief in yourself. If you have that belief in yourself, you could do so much. Like
Absolutely.
for sure. Like, just having that. I know in my life just having that confidence like changed like how I grown over the years, for sure.
Yeah, facts,
So,
facts.
so
Yeah,
definitely.
but like wrapping up, let's talk about rap. Let's talk about rap. Let's talk about Mount Rushmore rappers, the
All right.
culture. So I'll go first, my Mount Rushmore of rappers. I'm gonna go with Jay-Z. Not, I'll say Jay-Z. Jay-Z is one of my guys. And then I'm gonna say 50 Cent. I feel like 50 Cent changed the
He's in
landscape.
mine.
50 Cent changed the landscape of hip hop. Like, the way he is, how he came into the game. His first song was How to Rob, where he dissed like the whole entire industry. And then he was a marketing genius. He was able to market himself and how was able to just be a well out goat human being, and he's still branching out, doing television, doing documentaries, and using social media as a platform to stay at us afloat. So I would say him. So I got Jay, 50 Cent, and then another person that maybe a lot of people might not think about. I'm gonna say Nas, because Nas changed the lyrical landscape of hip hop. Fat Joe says this all the time on his podcast. He said when he came out, he said I came out with like, you gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You
Yeah.
gotta know, yo. He said that Nas came out with that Illmatic. I look stupid.
Nah,
That's what Fat Joe said. He
that's
said
a
I had to
fact.
step my game up. He
Word.
said my shit was cheesy. He come out talking about all that stuff.
Yeah,
So I
Nas,
would
yeah,
say him.
Nas is he's
Um,
definitely worthy of that.
Lastly, I say Pac, because people are still trying to be like him. Like, you gotta think about it. There was a point in time where like Ja Rule was like shaving his head and putting bandanas on and getting tattoos and wearing tank tops. Who does that look like?
Yeah, Pac.
Remember DMX? They said DMX was the next Tupac. People still talk about Tupac to this day,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been
Yeah.
dead for 30 years. People are still talking about him. They got how many documentaries of Tupac we still got? Um, Yeah, I would say Tupac. How many we got mad documentaries of
Hell
Tupac
yeah.
till this
Hell
day.
yeah.
Like they tell the same
Just to
story
say the
over and
same
again,
story, but we all
but
still
we still
wanna,
watch it, you know.
yeah,
We
we
still,
still watch it. So it's like
yeah, we
that's the guy.
care. And
That's
and it's
that's the
so
guy.
unfortunate that his biopic was so awful. His
Nah, it
biopic,
was.
he had the worst biopic of all time,
Yeah,
and that's bad. And I saw
that
the
was
Aaliyah
crazy.
movie. Nah, Aaliyah movie is the worst biopic of all time. I
Yeah,
take that
that's
back.
a
Aaliyah is the worst biopic movie of all time. But Tupac is the worst one to
yeah.
come out in theaters.
It's
Tupac is the worst.
competition.
Tupac is the worst one to come out in theaters. Remember when they had this scene and the person had their phone recording?
Yeah, I was like, what is going
I said, when
on?
did they have phones like that in '93?
Exactly. I was
Going
like, yo, what is
on?
he
And
doing?
then when they was on Vegas when he got shot, there was T-Mobile. I'm like, T-Mobile wasn't out in 1996. There was only
Yo,
one. There was only two, three phone lines. You had AT&T, you had Sprint, and Verizon.
exactly.
The like the
Yeah,
three originals.
yeah. They did my son dirty, bro.
Yeah. So that's my Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Yeah. For me, like I said, we got similar ones. Like I got Hove for sure. I think as I got older, I started to understand Jay even more. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to like financial literacy and just like he went from like studying, got the jewelry and all that stuff. Then he went and changed, like became more business like, and I feel like that's like kind of like transition that I'm going through in my life as well. So it's like going from like the streetwear to like more
He said it in
like
his raps.
more
He was like,
changing.
yo, I can't
Like
wear throwback jerseys anymore. I'm start wearing button ups. Remember he had that whole era in like '04. Everybody was
yeah,
wearing them baggy ass button ups with a Yankee fitted and all white
facts.
uptowns. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, so it's like you
Whew.
seeing like the growth, feel me? And obviously he has the rhymes, he has the life story like that everybody would want, feel me?
He is the mold of, like I said, the rappers that I, not really Nas, but like the three of the rappers that I brought up for my Mount Rushmore, I feel like those are the molds of what a rapper wants to be. Like
Yes.
all the rappers want to be Jay-Z. A lot of rappers
Yes.
want to reach the heights of Jay-Z, and then
Yeah.
every rapper wants to have that authenticity of a 50 Cent, like
Yeah.
validation, because 50 Cent is probably the most validated rapper ever.
Facts.
Like no matter what story you hear, they always say his credibility is always up here.
Yeah.
So like yeah, I would say that with 50 cents. That's why I
Yeah,
had him on my
yeah,
list.
yeah. I would say, like I said, I just love like his growth and like that switch up, like feel me,
Hmm.
in a positive way. Like you going from the street, then you being more
And
business like, feel
allegedly
me.
stabbing somebody.
Yeah, facts.
Allegedly.
So yeah, so yeah, I got him. I was obviously I got Pac. Feel me for him. It's like every single time like I hear like a Pac song, like I felt it. Like that's like him and one other artist like in my lifetime. Like I felt it. Like felt the music and like I actually like empathize with it and everything like that. So it's like for that I was like yo like Pac got he gotta be one of those ones in my opinion. So and then obviously I got Drake, you know, that's my
And
guy.
that's understandable. Like he changed the game as well. He
Yeah.
changed the game. Well, you could say Rick Ross changed it, like to the extent where like authenticity wasn't really like needed,
Hmm.
because he was the correction officer
Yeah.
but like he kind of like made it to the point of like you don't have to be like hood or
Yeah,
street.
you
You
don't
don't have
have
to
to
be hood or
come
street to have
yeah,
respect from the streets.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if it wasn't for Drake, like well he's already a big rapper, but like I feel like if it wasn't for Drake, the forefront for rappers would be like Chief Keef or G Herbo, like rappers like that. Like those
Yeah.
rappers would be like in the forefront of rap if it wasn't for
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, like he birthed a lot of rappers too. So it's like and like that sound. So it's
Yeah,
like you got the Tory Lanes of the world, feel me?
he
So it's
created
like,
alternative rap.
yeah,
I would say that. You had like alternative or like Kurt
yeah.
Cobain, like alternative
Mm-hmm.
rock, where it wasn't like your Rolling Stones or your Def Leppard type rock and roll, but
Yeah.
you had like they still played the guitar. It still had the elements of like rock music, and I feel like it's the same
Yeah.
thing with Drake. Like Drake is a hip hop artist, and he kind of branched out and does like melodies and look at
Hmm.
like Juice World did melodies, R.I.P. You know, Lil Uzi
Yeah.
does melodies. You know, Travis Scott and Lil Uzi are like rock stars in
Yeah.
hip hop. So like, yeah, he created alt. I mean, you had like, you know, if you want to go old school, you know, check my hip hop card. Like you had like PM Dawn. Like PM Dawn was like
Yeah.
they was doing that, and then you had Arrested Development. Take me to another room.
Yeah.
Take me. Like they
Got
was
them.
doing that. They was doing that, but like Drake kind of took it to a level where it was like validated. Like
Yeah.
Arrested Development wasn't really respected by hip hop.
Yeah. Cause
PM
like
Dawn wasn't respected by hip hop.
yeah, so like when Drake came on the line, like, all right, you got the street dudes that rock with, and then you got the women that rock with it too. Feel me? Like even now at this climate, like feel me, a lot of people will still be like fuck basically listening to Drake, even though they might publicly be like, nah, I don't rock with Love Kiss Me, but be at home, they gonna be listening to it because he got songs for everything that you're going through in your life. Feel me? So
Facts.
that's how I like basically gravitas to him. So it's like he's the other person like Pac and Drake. So it's like those are
Hmm.
ones that like I felt like the lyrics, felt like the songs like I like was definitely in tune. So like that's the artist for me for
I
sure.
agree with you.
Feel me? And then my other ones obviously gotta be 50.
Yep.
Like it gotta be 50, like
Get
for
Rich or
sure.
Die Trying is Mount Rushmore's of rap albums, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Hell
Probably
yeah.
the best debut album.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like every morning, like when I walk, basically walking outside, like especially in this cold ass weather, I gotta listen to Hustler's Ambition. Like I gotta listen to that.
That was a
'Cause
good. That
that's
was a
gonna
that
get me through.
soundtrack. That was soundtrack. That was a good soundtrack. The
Hell
soundtrack.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
hell yeah. So it's
America
like
got a thing for this rap. Ooh, that thug shit. Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, like 50, like the confidence, like he ain't scared of nobody.
And then also
Like
let's go
and he
even
go out
further.
go at anybody.
And then also let's go even further. Like you could talk about Fifth with the mix. He changed the mixtape game. Cause you have
Yeah.
to think about it. You know, Drake said drop the mixtape. That shit sounded like an album. Drake said that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
50 Cent was the first rapper really to turn mixtapes into albums, album
Yeah.
quality, album types. Because before that, a lot of rappers would do mixtapes and they would rap over other rappers' beats, like freestyles and type shit, like over like
Yeah.
DJ Clue and stuff like that. But 50 Cent turned mixtapes into albums, like
Right.
album quality.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
how we got signed. That's how we got
Yeah.
signed. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I just love the confidence and then like 50 and then as you like you see him grow. I don't know, I just like seeing how people grow and then you just see like like how his mind works, feel me? So like he like putting you on to gyms as well. Like you look at like his interviews and everything like that. Like everything he has a reasoning for everything that he did. Like it's not like something like he just was just wilding out or
Yeah,
whatever
like
the
he
case
said
may
it, like
be.
you said it in Piggy Bank. He said out in New York, niggas is feeling your vocals. That's just New York. Your ass is local. He said that to Jada Kids. Like
Yeah,
then he dissed Fat Joe, but he was like, he only did it because he was like, yo, those dudes say they from the streets, and you did a song with my op, which means that you chose his side. So now I gotta go at you.
yeah,
Even
pretty
Jadakiss
much.
understood it. He was like, yeah. He said, I ain't know he was gonna do that. I said, I knew you respected
Yeah.
me, but you
Yeah, for
know.
sure. For sure. And like he was like and 50, like he's always been built himself on loyalty. Feel me? So you show any little bit of disloyalty, he coming for you.
Yeah,
And like
Southside rules. What he always
yeah,
says, Southside rules.
yeah, for sure. And I respect that. Those are some like things like you look at 50, you look at his confidence and you looking at like he wasn't scared of nothing. He was like, I'm either gonna get rich or
Or
die
die
trying in the
trying.
process.
Yeah, yeah,
Feel
yeah.
me? So it's
Facts.
like, so you look at that, feel me? And then like you look at Hove with the aura. Like, feel me? Like that's like the starter pack for how you want to be.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah,
me? You know, and then like then you look at Pac, the influential like on that side, like anything that he put out, like it was like, yo, it's fire.
yeah, yeah,
Feel me?
facts.
So and same thing with Drake. Like he's keep on coming out with hits after hits. Feel me? Even people are still down with Occasion B, but he comes out with another hit. Feel me?
Yeah, I feel
So it's
like
like,
I feel like an honorable mention, somebody that should be mentioned. I probably gotta say Master P. Not like in terms of like music, but like I would say Master P because Master P was like he was the first one of the first dude. Like I mean, people argue it could be I'll say New Orleans. I'll just say New Orleans because I would say Cash Money and No Limit. Let's say
mhm,
Cash Money and No Limit because
yeah,
remember no Cash Money got the
yeah,
distribution deal from Universal where they got
hmm
85/15. Say Master P had the same thing because they like yo we're selling records by ourselves. We're independent. So
yeah.
we are the how girls say we are the table.
They were,
They were the table because they was selling like 100,000 locally, hundred
yeah,
thousand locally. So they already was making money. So
yeah,
they basically just needed a distributor to get them around the world.
right,
So like I would say New Orleans, I would say Master P, I would say No Limit and Cash Money. Like those, I would say those entities changed the face. They were social media before social media.
right.
So they were the blueprint. They were the blueprint for social media in terms of how an artist grinds. So I would say
Exactly.
New Orleans, Cash Money, and No Limit.
Yeah,
Now
for
we
sure.
gotta put some respect on those guys.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Gotta give them their flowers for
They was
sure.
dropping in the late '90s, early 2000s. They were dropping albums like every week. Yeah, facts. But yeah,
That's a
but
fact.
final our final moment. My favorite segment of the show. We haven't had it in a while, but Avery's rant. So I'm going to sit back and I'm gonna let Avery cook, and we're
All
gonna go on to the night. So Avery, handle your
right.
business.
All right. So basically, for my rant, I'm a Lakers fan. So, and LeBron's on our team. And, there's discussion if he's going to stay with our team or he's either going to retire or go to another team. And as a part of Laker Nation, we could all say that we want this nigga gone. This nigga needs to go. He's making $53 million this year. Boy, is going. It's over. Like LeBron's over. We thank you for the bubble chip. A lot of people don't even believe like that the chip was even valid because we lost the next season. So we just keeping it real because of your ass. But you know, like I said, LeBron, like I said, you're top three, like I said, but you're a toxic motherfucker. Everywhere you go, you just ruin franchises. You get them a chip though, but you just leave them high and dry. Luckily, we able to have Luca because a dumb motherfucker in Dallas wanted to just send his ass there for some milk and cookies, a la Anthony Davis and Max Christie. So, thank God for him. But if it wasn't for that trade, we would have been stuck with Anthony Davis. And yes, this is a shot at you, Anthony Davis. Yeah, you're always hurt. You never show up. Listen, I was having nightmares because I was thinking post LeBron, I have to watch basketball as a Lakers fan and have you as the number one option. And your ass is never there. Charles Barkley called you street clothes. He damn right about you. Your ass is always in street clothes. I never see you in a uniform. Now Dallas is understanding what the pain we was going through. That's why they trying to trade your ass right now. But they can't because your ass don't got no value. Old broken down ass. But as I digress, LeBron is over. You and your son. I listen. I respect with Bronny because I don't have no problem with Bronny, but he's tied to you, so he's going to have to get it. Just like we were just talking about 50 Cent. I got beef for Braun. Bronny, you part of Braun, so you're going to have to get it too because your ass ain't supposed to be in the NBA anyway. I don't know how your ass got drafted out here fucking doing 3 points, and we out people out here trolling, thinking that he actually going to do something in the A. Jazz ain't did shit the whole fucking year. And JJ Redd, don't get me started. This motherfucker out here. I remember my boy said like, "Yo, Bronny was starting for the Lakers." I'm like, "What you mean?" I was like, "Oh, he must be trolling." Now I realized this motherfucker is actually starting. I'm like, "What are we doing?" I'm like, "What is going on?" So I was like, "Listen, JJ Redd, you got to get your shit together. All right. I know you got this job because of Bron. Feel me? But Bron's up out of here. So you need to get your shit together. Cause listen, thank God we got Luca. We gotta make our moves. And obviously, you gotta look at our defense. Our defense is horrendous. Horrendous. And it's not all because of Luca. It's not all because of LeBron. But you have to get this together. Feel me? Because Laker Nation, we build championships. This is what we about. We about championship. We're not about losing in the first round, losing in the second round. Listen, we had people out here saying that we was going to beat Minnesota last year. You made Rudy Gobert, and I hate Rudy Gobert. I hate him. Hate him. He's not a fucking all-star. Every single time my friends always say like, "Yo, he's an all-star." I say he's fucking not. And you made this motherfucker look like prime Wilt Chamberlain. I never even seen Wilt Chamberlain. And we just know that he just putting up crazy stats. And you made him look like that. You deserve to be fired just off of that. So you want to know this motherfucker. You better get your shit together. And LeBron, like I said, I wanted you to retire this year. This should have been your last year. Feel me? Lakers front office already told you that we ain't want you. I don't want you. Feel me? The feelings is mutual. Feel me? I hope you just retire because your ass don't need to play here no more. Listen, you can go to Cleveland. I don't care where you go, but you have to get up out of here. Listen, we're moving with Luca. Luca is our guy for the next 10 plus years, hopefully. And we're going to build around him. Because the problem is, we can't have you and Luca. Feel me? It has to be one or the other. And we're siding with Luca. You know, thanks for everything we did with the little bubble championship. Feel me? I have that in my background in the crib, and it pains me to see that you're still here. Because everybody from that damn fucking championship is gone. And that makes sense. Because your ass is next. So either by you retiring or you just walking free agency, your ass is over. It's over for you. I'm done with this bullshit. Let's wrap this shit up.
All right. That was
Fuck out of here,
Avery's
bro.
that was Avery's rant. On Mikey Crump.
It's your boy A Butter.
Yo, we outside, man. Like and subscribe. We
We
coming.
outside.
We going crazy. We
We
going
outside,
crazy in
and I'm fucking
26.
sick, and I'm still making it happen.
We outside 2026. Happy
Some shit
Black
that Anthony
History.
Davis don't can't even do. He gets a cold. He fucking takes a day off. My ass is still working.
Happy Black History Month to all. We outside.
Except Anthony
Peace.
Davis. He ain't do shit for us.
Okay. Peace.
Fuck out of here.